Why they saying? Oh, well, there's no video or audio. Oh, what they say that David Justice was making it up and they're. Wow. Yeah. 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 No, I have my own car. No, I'll let you handle that. Say it again. Yeah. 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 No. Well, they have real jobs too. You know? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're baseball players. Hello? Yeah, I know it. Never better, darn it. Yeah. So Di Giorgio, he's a great basketball player, right? Varsity, freshman. Football. Yeah. Camera guy is in a 12-year-old piece of camera. Laughing. He's like, you keep you're right. Oh my God. You build the air. You give some, you have a story. You get excited when things happen. You cover it up when things don't happen. He's like, it's all right. Now I do.
Walk off land slam by Shane against Sharon.
You guys just removed the radio? You guys that changed it? What? You guys? You? Did you change
No,
it?
I didn't change it.
Is it your? It must be your phone. Yeah, that's his phone.
Yeah.
We're doing good for a
If
few.
this was the hold music for a suicide hotline, people would be diving off the building.
We're doing good for a few. You guys do classic rock and Rocky.
Do you know what the ground rule's going to be about the fence?
We're gonna talk it over.
All right.
That's the umpire. Goes this way. I don't think.
What?
It goes over the fence. Back to you.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Once the game starts, the wheels start going the other way, and then we just. We do a softball thing. I heard you said that you talked about.
Look at this. The chair just fell apart. This general. Again, you don't cheer for your team anymore. You try to, the funniest way to humiliate your opponent. I only played a couple, but I'm going to use them. No.
That's the third one. People say I'm not really hit. But I'm good.
Good afternoon and welcome to this special. Take two. Good afternoon and welcome to this special presentation of AACS 15 Sports. Today the event is boys baseball as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers host the outstanding Franklin Panthers in a boys baseball game. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel helped set up our equipment today with Mark LaFontaine. He'll also be handling our graphics early on until Peter Bray gets here. But Kevin, Franklin comes in with a record of 11-3 overall, 9-2 in the league. Attleboro 3-9 overall, 3-8 in the league. Franklin, the defending league champions, started out 3-3. Since then, they've only won 8 straight games.
Yeah, and matter of fact, right off the 8 straight wins, they had actually lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
To Taunton, North Attleboro, and Walpole. Yeah. Since then, 8 in a row, like you mentioned, yeah. And along the way, they have scored 107 runs while only giving up 37. I'll do the math for you.
Yeah.
That's 7.64 runs per game while only giving up 2.64 runs a game.
Wow.
So that's a great combination of hitting and pitching, and I'm sure defense as well.
Yes, exactly. These teams last met in the second game of the season on April 5th at Franklin. That was a 10-0 5-inning Franklin win. But wait, the news gets tougher for you Attleboro baseball fans. Franklin's ace is on the mound today. Jacob Jetty, the Jet, 4-1 in the season, 26 strikeouts in 28.2 innings, an ERA of 1.47.
And you know how I like to talk about the whip, walks and hits divided by innings pitched? His whip is almost 1. It's 1.01, wow. Which in essence means he puts on 1 batter per inning per game this year between walks and hits.
The Bombardiers in their 12 games have only scored 43 runs. That's the fewest, unfortunately, in the Kelly Rex division. They've allowed 74, and of those 43 runs, 28 of them came in consecutive games, big victories over Milford and Foxborough earlier in the season.
Yeah, Attleboro has to find a way to get their offense going. They have actually played very well against the better teams.
Yes.
Coming up as tough luck losers in games against your North Attleboro, Taunton of the world, especially lately. They had a very tough week last week.
Yep.
They went 0-3, lost 3 games by a combined about 10 runs. 2 of them went into extra innings.
Yep.
But they got their best pitcher of the season going today in Parker Sackett.
And Parker on the year, no decisions. He's thrown 23 innings, 14 strikeouts, 11 walks, a 3.04 ERA.
And again on the whip, a 1.04.
Really?
Whip. So he's done really well. Just 24 between hits and walks. He's given up 24 in just over in 23 innings. So he's only putting on 1 runner.
Yep.
Per inning as well, and he's been their most consistent. This is actually his 9th appearance on the hill this year and his 3rd start. So I'll look for Parker to get stretched out this week and this game to open up the week.
For Attleboro defensively, again, the last time these two teams played, 6 errors in 5 innings. They've been playing much better defensively lately.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that Franklin had 5 hits in the game. They won 10-0, but 6 errors, and Franklin only batted 4 times. So they do have to obviously. Attleboro's in a situation in this game. Yep. They have to play the perfect game. Some games you could play an imperfect game and still get the victory. This is one of those games, kind of like when the Attleboro softball team plays Taunton or King Philip. You have to play the perfect game to give yourself a chance to win. Interesting. I just saw Aiden Hawkwater, and it's not a knock on Aiden. His throw down the second, the wind, we're going to probably talk about it all game, is howling straight in. So not only will we not see a home run, I wonder if the teams are going to run wild today on the catchers because they're throwing directly to the wind. It is going to be a tough throw down the second.
Speaking of running wild, leading off for Franklin is Ryan Garrity. He's a returning junior, already committed to University of Northeastern for baseball. Garrity hitting .333 on the season with a .412 on base percentage, 16 runs scored. Sackett getting ready with his opening pitch. We'll give you Attleboro's defense in a second. We should ball 1 low. Attleboro's defense at catcher is Aiden Hawkwater. We told you Sackett is pitching. At third base, Peter Del Pazzo. At shortstop, Owen Tabor. At second base, Captain Evan Houle. Billy Saltmarsh gets the start at first. The outfield left to right, Ben Hawkwater, Nate George, and Brody McKenna. Called strike, took something off that. The inside corner, 1-1.
Good to see Peter Del Pazzo back. I think I see maybe like a little face covering over his nose. He broke his nose, got a ball to his nose. 2 games ago, sat out last game as Brody McKenna got his first start at third base last game.
Breaking ball called strike 1 and 2. Garrity, surprisingly, only 3 for 5 on stolen bases, but one of the reasons for the low stolen base numbers, Franklin's blown so many teams out, and they don't run when they have a big lead.
Wow. Oh, no, I have him here for 5 stolen bases.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
5 stolen bases.
But still, not a whole lot of stolen bases.
Ground ball to Evan Hool. In time to Saltmarsh at first base. 4-3 if you're scoring at home.
Why wouldn't you be?
So 1 up, 1 down. Jack Marino will come up, one of the co-captains. He's a second baseman. He'll be followed by Chris Good, another one of their captains, hitting third. Evan Rader, a senior first baseman, hitting cleanup. The outstanding sophomore, great basketball player as well, Henry DiGiorgio, will start at shortstop and hit fifth. Jace Lyons is the DH, hitting sixth. Isig Chen is in right field, hitting 7th. Ben Giraz is at third base, hitting 8th. Joe Terrell, the senior catcher, is hitting 9th, and Jacob Jetty is pitching. What happened in that first pitch, Kevin?
Ball high. Jack Marino steps to the plate, hitting .333 on the year.
16 runs scored. He's got 7 stolen bases. Ball 2-0 to the senior.
Franklin has hit 3 home runs today. If they hit one, that should count for 2.
Yeah,
because
really.
the wind is really blowing that hard in.
Gusts up to 30 miles an hour. We have paperweights the size of car batteries holding our paper down on the tables here. Catching the low outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Our home plate umpire is Frank DiCristofaro from Quincy, Mass. Played hockey and football at Bridgewater State College. We overlapped for a couple of years. I'm a 1980 grad. He's a 78 grad. Ground ball to the shortstop, Tabor. Low throw by Saltmarsh. And he's going to stay at first base, and I think we got to go E6.
E6 on that one, yeah. And interesting, on the defensive, it's usually been Jamie Block right now.
Yep.
Billy Saltmarsh is at first. He's been one of their more effective pitchers this year. He's taller than Jamie by far, but I think he's just getting used to the position again.
Yep. Chris Good will bat third for Franklin. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first, no score.
Chris Good hitting .390 with a .440 on base percentage. It should be mentioned that I shouldn't sound surprised. Franklin as a team is hitting .339.
Wow.
With a .400 on base percentage.
And Good leading the way with 16 runs batted in. So
ball up high.
Yep. I left my broadcaster's score sheets at home, so I'm using an old-fashioned scorebook that I'm not used to. And
well, there's a runner on first, Paul.
All right, Weisenheimer. Throw back in time.
I think it's important for the pitchers, like we mentioned earlier, to try to keep the runners as close to the base as possible. Not for pickoff, but just to keep an extra step away from second base. Runner goes.
Pitch is high and in. There's the throw into the breeze. Slot, ooh, closer than we expected, but safe at second with a stolen base.
Evan Hool did a nice job getting that tag down as quick as possible. But again, Aiden, and not just Aiden, the catcher for Franklin as well, who is Joe Terrell, will have trouble throwing. They're going to have to throw. Oh, you know what? They should probably start maybe trying to throw one hoppers.
Yeah.
Line drives. With the artificial turf, it'll take a nice true hop. So we got 1 out and a runner on second for the 3-hitter.
Again, 16 hits, 16 runs knocked in. Yep, he flinched against the fence of the Franklin dugout. When foul balls come back to the fence in front of us here at the backstop, Kevin and I challenge each other over
who could not flinch.
Yes.
Softball's tougher than baseball.
Right, because we're so close. And we got a delay here as I think the home plate umpire wants to fix the left shin guard of Attleboro catcher Huckwater, Aiden.
That was very nice of the umpire to fix the equipment for Aiden.
Going through a series of signals now with a runner on second base. So this game's scheduled to start at 3:45. Didn't begin till almost 4 o'clock. Sackett to the stretch. Good lead on second. High.
So 3-1 again. Important for Attleboro. You know, to stay away from the walks. That's been a bugaboo, if you will, all season for them. They can get themselves in a little bit of trouble.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch to the right-handed hitting Chris Good.
Big gap between third and short. As Tabor's holding him close to second.
Sackett steps off. Franklin uniforms reminiscent of the old Kansas City Royals.
Very reminiscent of Cumberland High's old uniforms when I played.
Yeah.
Powder blue.
White lettering with navy blue trim. No, gets by. Franklin coach at third base, who's been there for 9 years, Zach Brown. He played at Wheaton College, like your son,
nice.
Timmy.
Yes.
And went to high school at Plymouth, New Hampshire.
And Plymouth State has a fairly strong baseball program. So Owen Kelleher pitches right now.
Full count. Tipped away for a foul ball to stay alive. Again, wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour, and right now the wind is blowing dead in. And the fans around here, you look at them, they look like they're bundled up for a game in November, not May 9th.
The funny thing is the temperature is about 60 degrees out, at least when I pulled in. But everyone's dressed like it's 38.
Just turn the field mic up. And finally he steps off. Huge lead off of first base by Marino. Second base, thank you.
You pick up the Franklin team. All 25 of them are into it in the dugout.
26 actually are dressed today. And protecting the plate.
It's gonna be a tough wind.
Lofts it into right field. Wind playing with it, making the catch is Brody McKenna.
Nice. I think he was in fair territory, just to be official. And he came up throwing the third. It was cut by Tabor.
Yeah.
So no advancement by Marino, who hangs on second base.
This brings up Evan Rader, the senior first baseman, number 13, hitting .311 on the season, .373 on base percentage. He's knocked in 14 runs.
And he has a home run on the year as well. Seriously, any home run today is going to be worth 2.
Yeah,
it's just incredible how windy it is. You can see it in the base umpire's pants.
Yeah.
Another big lead on second base.
Boy. Curveball called strike on the outside edge to Rader. Sackett taking a long time between pitches, trying to slow down the Franklin running game.
He does not know that my daughter has a game at 6 and I need to get to.
And guess what, Kevin? He doesn't care.
It's unbelievable.
It's an all about me generation, Kevin.
Yeah. I thought I spearheaded it and it was all about me. But nobody bought into that, so.
And then there's the famous George Costanza, it's not you, it's me.
I invented it's not you, it's me. If it's anybody, it's me.
Sackett to the stretch. Tabor is over. Poole is in the middle. Swing and a miss on a late break on that pitch. 0-2 to Evan. Evan with 6 doubles on the season.
Nice. Scored 9 runs, 2 walks. Caught stealing once. Probably got punished for that.
Yeah, right. He felt shame.
He felt shame.
And again, Sackett steps off.
Parker Sackett is reminding me of early 80s baseball hitting star nicknamed the Human Rain Delay. Do you know who that might be?
Oh, Jim Tomey?
No, Mike Hargrove.
Mike Hargrove, that's right. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Evan Rader. Well, Nomar Garcia-Parra, with his OCD routine between every pitch, caused the great Jim Bouton, author of Ball 4, to say, if you want to cut a half hour off of Major League Baseball games, ban Velcro. I agree with him.
Parker will be struggling with the minor league pitch clock.
Yeah. Ball is low. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Moving to third base is Jack Marino. And there's the aggressiveness on the base path that Franklin has traditionally had for so many years under Coach Brown.
They might not be a bad situation now. The Marino will not be stealing home. Sackett can focus more on the batter. 2-2. He's still a bit ahead in the count. He was up 0-2.
Yeah.
Now he can focus. The defense is playing back all around, looking to all they need is the out at first to get out of the inning.
Full 2-2, 2 outs. Breaking ball, nice stop by Harkwater. Full count. And at this rate, Kevin, I wouldn't worry about making your daughter's softball game at 6. I'd worry about being there in time to pick her up when the game is over.
Oh, my wife will be there. Maybe she'll get home before me now.
Parker Sackett on the mound. There's a shot to right field, but that's going to go foul. Well hit by Rader, waiting on the ball beautifully, going the other way. Count remains 3-2.
Yeah, and I think the wind might be blowing a little bit left to right as well, because that looked like on a normal no-wind day. As Coach Tim Callahan goes chasing his hat. Anything to get on TV for Tim. But the wind definitely, I think, shot that normal wind day. That might have been a line out to right field or to a few steps to his left, but the wind carried that in and to the right.
Wow. Hear the wind in our field microphone there. Sackett doesn't get blown off the mound. That's high in the zone. That is smacked to right center field where the fence used to be. Fielded by George. One run is in, going for second base. Slides in with a double and an RBI for Rader. First hit of the game leads to a 1-0 Franklin lead.
Well struck ball right into right center, and that's what you got to do today. Any ball up in the air is going to get knocked down. That was a line shot. Matter of fact, I thought that was going to roll to where the fence normally is. It didn't roll all the way to the fence, but George got it quickly, came up throwing, really had no chance to get Rader, who went sliding head first into second base.
His 7th RBI of the year. Here's Henry DiGiorgio, the sophomore shortstop, also a great basketball player as well. Was either their first or second leading scorer for the Panther Hoopsters last year.
Henry hitting .318 on the year. Just
a bit high. Oh, I'm spacing on. Who was the 4-year starter at guard for Franklin at basketball?
Edgehill.
Edgehill, yes, really. Attleboro gets, they get finished facing Chris Edgehill for 4 years. Now they're going to face Henry for 4 years on the hardwood.
That's okay.
I worked for NFHS calling Franklin's state championship game, Chris Edgehill's freshman year. Oh, and there is a shot into left center field. Fielded on one hop by Brody McKenna. Nice throw, cut off by the first baseman, Saltmarsh. Well hit, good defense.
Yeah, they did everything right. You could hear, or at least I could, if you could, Aiden Hawkwater calling out directions, so Saltmarsh knew not to throw and to cut it, thus preventing DiGiorgio from taking second on the throw home.
Yeah.
So another scoring opportunity here for Franklin as they have first and third with 2 outs for Jace Lyons, the designated hitter.
2 hits.
Is this right, Jace Lyons?
Yep, number 10.
Jace Lyons is hitting .487.
Wow, 19 hits, 13 runs knocked in, 1 double, 1 triple.
And a ball up high to Jace Lyons.
1-0 to Chase, the designated hitter. He's a junior.
Oh, he's only worked 2 walks on the year, so not that good.
We found a weakness.
We found a weakness. Yeah, he's up there hacking and getting on base half the time. First and third. We'll let you know if he goes. He's not going.
Just a bit high, 2-0. Our home plate umpire, again, Frank DiCristofaro from Quincy, Mass. Played football and hockey at Bridgewater State after high school. Played hockey for a year at Bridgeton Academy. Played up in Canada, then went to Bridgewater. Was the coach of the hockey team in 1980.
Runner goes.
My senior year. It's going to be a stolen base at second base for Henry DiGiorgio.
Yeah, I think that was a strike, right? I was looking at the runner go, but it looked like a good pitch. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Classic straight stand-up stance for Jace Lyons. Catches the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Wait, I thought about that for a second.
Yeah.
Had he called it a ball, I would have said that was going to be close. Yeah. Called it a strike, and it was also still close. It could have gone either way. It looked like it did catch the corner.
Don Fredericks is our base umpire out of Stoughton High School. Too long ago to admit it out loud, he wouldn't tell me. High in the zone, but fouled off. Count remains 2-2. I think Jace would like that one back.
Yes, we're going to have some high heat there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I see Mike McGuire in the background. He stopped by earlier, Kevin. He says you still owe him $10.
$10. It's coming. It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Sackett to the stretch. Misses outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That was close to where the other pitch was, so it's close. Zach, very deliberate from the stretch. He's got the high leg.
Yeah.
Old school high leg.
Yeah.
Wearing the old school socks.
Hit to right field. That is slicing foul. It'll go foul. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We are 20 minutes into the top of the first inning here. And again, I know the temperature, it reads at like 64, 65. Can you get frostbite at 64 degrees? Because my fingertips are already cold and this wind is howling. I'm a tough guy, folks. I play football and rugby.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. A shot towards the middle. Can Tabor get
Nice
there?
play.
Dives, makes the play across the diamond. Not in time. He is safe. A run scores, an infield hit, and an RBI for Lions. Scoring is Evan Rader. 2-0 Franklin.
Heck of a play by Owen Tabor going up the middle, and by diving actually prevents DiGiorgio from scoring for third. If that ball gets through the outfield, I'm sure they're sending him to safe at first. 2-0 early.
This brings up Isaac Chen, number 28, the right fielder, hitting .350 on the season, 14 hits, 12 runs scored, a couple of doubles, a couple of triples. He had a walk-off grand slam against Sharon last Thursday night. You know, that's the part of the game you didn't hear about on Fox News.
Right. Yes, you did not hear about that.
Yeah.
That ball was very high, and that allowed Lions easily to go into second on the first and third. So it's second and third once again for Chen, batting 7th in the lineup.
Ball too high.
Now, of all the games that Sackett's been in, we really haven't seen him pitch too much. I think this is only our second time that we've seen him.
Correct.
We've seen him come in relief. It's interesting when he pitches from the stretch. He actually bends backwards.
Yeah.
They teach a lot of pitchers not to do that. They'd rather have his balance and be more straight up and down.
Well, if it's comfortable and it works for him, stick with it.
Oh, well, that's what I was wondering, because he is struggling. His pitch count's really up there. It's in the it's at 35 right now, and I wonder if that is normal of him. Like you said, if that's normally him, then fine. But if not, I wonder if that's a detected of a flaw, because it's usually not taught.
Yeah. And again, this wind howling over 30 miles an hour, tough to keep your balance. Outside, ball 4.
His first walk.
That loads the bases for Franklin with 2 outs, and Coach Dunley will come out and have a word with him. We'll take a quick break and be right back on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair.
Thank you. That's fine right there. Yeah.
10 South Main Street in Attleboro is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, who's not going to miss a game for a long time. You missed last Thursday's game. City Councilor Ty Waterman stepped in, did a great job.
Fantastic. Lots of enthusiasm, stepped right in. Judging by the pace of this game, maybe this was the game I should have
I know, really.
switched off with Ty.
Ben Jaraz is up, the third baseman, number 19. Jaraz, okay, we're at the 8th batter in the lineup, and he's the first batter in the Franklin lineup who's not hitting over 300. He's at 263, looks at ball 1, right?
Ball 1 low. He does have a 333 on base percentage. 3 RBIs on the year, 5 runs scored.
Jaraz steps out of the box.
We're going to have to let the coaches know that there are no lights at Drummond Field. This
Yeah.
game must be finished before sunset at 7:58 tonight.
I don't think I'm seeing Jeopardy tonight. Fastball, shot to third base, backhanded by Del Pozo. Steps on the bag,
Smart play.
3 unassisted.
5.
excuse me, 5 unassisted. 3 would be the first baseman.
Smart play by Del Pazzo. Takes it himself. He had the big jump on the runner at second base lines. Not risking the throw across the diamond, just beat him to third easily.
For Franklin, 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 runners left on base.
No runs earned.
After a 25-minute top of the first, it's 2-0 Panthers on AACS 15 Sports.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. We apologize for the mumble rap in the background. Our broadcast location is near the speaker near the Attleboro dugout. For Franklin on the mound, we told you this, well, almost a half hour ago, will be Jacob Jetty, the Jet. 4-1 on the season, 26 strikeouts and 28 2/3 innings, only 6 walks so far in the year, a 1.47 ERA.
And a lefty as well. So I just didn't realize that. So, and Attleboro send up Nate George, Owen Tabor, and Christian Dame. Look for George and Tabor when they get on to run. Again, the wind is blowing straight in. George and Tabor both have speed, and I think they'll look to put pressure on Franklin's defense early, especially with the catcher throwing into the wind.
Jetty, fastball right down towards Coach Dave Pagano,
Did he
who
make the
makes
play?
the play.
Oh boy, he's gonna blow this one up and make a video montage of it.
Earlier in the season, Dave was, well, doing his best to avoid those balls.
I think he would back hurt some of our broadcasts. Said, I need to do a better job.
Yes, exactly. 0-2 to Nate George, the speedy center fielder. Defensively for Franklin, Terrell is the catcher. Giroz at third. DiGiorgio at shortstop, Marino at second, Rader at first, the outfield left to right, and all of them can fly. Good, Garrity and Chen. High, ball 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate George, who does not chase.
George has been snake bitten on the year through 12 games. You know, we talked about this earlier. He got the hard hit. He makes contact well over 80% of the time with some hard hit balls. He's just hitting them right at them, and I keep getting reminded of the double play he hit into with Aiden, I'm drawing a blank, Harding at third base for North Attleboro. Just a bit up high, 2-2. So if Nate can start finding some holes, you know, it's if anybody deserves it on this team, it's him.
Yeah, and Evan Houle in the cleanup spot today.
Yes.
Who was hitting leadoff in their last game against Canton. That's ball outside, full count as Jetty tried to take something off that.
And that's why I mentioned with George and Tabor batting leadoff and dropping Houle down to 4. You know, Evans had some knee issues. They might want to get the speed, extra speed at the top of the lineup.
Breaking ball lofted into right field, which will be trouble with the wind. Going back to get it is the second baseman, Marino. He makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Owen Tabor will come up, the senior shortstop, wearing number 4. Is he committed to a college?
Yeah, he is going, I believe, Rhode Island College. I'll double check that. Not 100% sure on that.
Billy,
I was going to say, Tabor, 259, but a 462 on base percentage for Tabor. 8 runs scored, been hit by 3 pitches. He'll argue he should have been hit by 4 pitches.
Yes. Yeah, because 1 with bases loaded was called a strike.
Yep. Yeah. So, and 5 for 6. No, he's not. He's 9 for 9 on the bases for stealing.
Ball one high on a breaking ball. There's called strike, catches the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. And between pitches, we see the Franklin coach giving signals to the catcher, who then relays them to the pitcher. When I'm benevolent czar, that's not allowed. Breaking ball, and again, they say that misses high. And again, I don't mean that as criticism of Franklin, because so many teams do that. But I think sports were invented for players, not coaches, and I want to see the players match wits, not the adults on the sideline. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Jetty. And again, I emphasize, that's not a criticism of Franklin, that's a criticism of the modern game.
No, in just on that, some of the criticisms I've heard, and I'll tell you more about it after this pitch.
Low, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
If this was softball, that might have been a hit by pitch. I think in softball, if it hits you on the bounce, it's a hit by pitch. I'm not sure if that hit him on that.
That hit the mask first, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Terrell's mask.
So some of the criticisms I've actually heard at the college level.
Yeah.
Again, Jetty working quicker than Sackett.
Yes. In the base, left field for a base hit with 1 out. 1 runner is on for the Bombardiers, and we're not sure with this wind, but usually Owen doesn't stick around first base for very long.
No, it's and again, I failed to check out the catcher's arm throwing down, but again, he is throwing into wind. However, Jetty's a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen his move yet. So an Attleboro chasing 2 may want to play this one a little bit more conservatively as he goes over.
Goes to first base.
Goes
Nice
it away.
move, but it gets away from the first baseman, Raider, and heading down to second base is Tabor. I think we got to call that an E1 on the throw.
Yeah, E1 on the throw. So really quick, just to finish up on that, is some of the catchers and pitchers have complained that the coaches don't have the feel for what's working for the pitcher. Sometimes your curveball's not working, your slider's not working, even your fastball's not working, and the catcher and the pitcher have a feel for that, and the coach is like, nope, it's a fastball situation, you throw it fast. It's a curve.
Boy, he's not getting the call. Very consistent at home plate, but those curveballs up in the zone not being called for strikes. What do you got for a count for Christian?
1-0.
Christian Attleboro's leading hitter on the season, 7 runs knocked in, along with a grand slam home run. There's the strike.
Yeah, officially at 412 with a 524 reached base.
Wow.
Christian's been hit 7 times on the year. Did I say Tabor had been hit 7? No. Tabor had been hit 3.
Yeah.
He wanted his 4th.
Yeah.
Dame has been hit 7 times.
And
Probably
Christian
to lead the Hawk.
back to second base, back there in time is Tabor. Christian Dame has by far been the Bombardiers' best hitter all season long. Even when he doesn't reach base, he usually hits the ball hard.
Yeah, I believe he's only struck out once or twice on the season.
Wow.
And has 14 hits to his credit. Runner goes.
Tabor is going and didn't have much of a lead. 1-hop throw, beautiful stop by the third baseman, Giraz. That's a stolen base for Tabor. So much for being conservative, Kevin.
Well, the funny thing is and I know Dave Pagano, the third base coach, there are certain players on the team have the green light to steal whenever they want. So if he saw that he could get a jump on him or just saw something, they're allowed to take third. You just better be safe without, without the signal.
Foul tip, and making the catch was Terrell, as that was on the inside part of the plate. A beautiful pitch from Jetty.
And I missed the pitch because on the stolen base.
On the stolen base, that was a strike. So 2 outs now. First strikeout of the game for Jetty. This brings up Evan Houle. Christian Dane, a 3-sport athlete, football, baseball, basketball. So is Houle. Looks at ball 1, Evan, golf. And he's a co-captain in basketball and a co-captain in baseball, overcoming a displaced kneecap he suffered late in this year in basketball.
That was kind of like a reoccurring. It's happened throughout his high school career.
Now that's a high curveball. 2-0 to Evan.
You were doing that game, I believe, when he heard it. And just the way he turned and went down, there was no contact on the play. Good hitters count.
Up in the zone, swing and a miss, 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, that was the playoff game against Catholic Memorial. No biggie, losing your second leading scorer and captain in a playoff game.
Hey, next man up, come on.
Yeah, really. Ground ball going into the hole is the shortstop, DiGiorio, and the throw is in time. I'm sorry I butchered your name there, kid. 6-3 for the Bombardiers. No runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. After one inning, which took 34 minutes to play, Franklin 2, Attleboro nothing on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Peter Bray on graphics is back in the van. Oh, look at how gracefully he hopped that fence.
Oh, I missed that. I like the way he does that.
It's actually more rolling over than hopping. Dave Angel also part of the crew. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Air Supply Callahan.
Don't get me going on craft fairing. I can fight dirty with you, you know.
All right, you went to one Air Supply concert. I've went into one craft fair.
Yeah, but you are going to go to another one. I will not go to another Air Supply concert.
If Carol has her way, I will be back at craft fairs. Oh.
Please let me know when you go craft fairing again.
272 booths up at the Shriners Hall in Wilmington, I believe. Every single booth looked the same. All right,
hey, those goosebumps aren't from the wind, Paul. Those goosebumps are from the craft fair.
Oh, yes. Joe Durrell will lead off, hitting ninth, the senior catcher for Franklin. And when a town with a baseball tradition like Franklin, if you're the starting catcher, you're pretty good.
Yeah, and he comes in hitting 281 with a 378 on base percentage.
Two players out of 9 in the starting lineup hitting under 300.
That's why Coach Brown carries 26 players. The pressure is on to be replaced.
No way they're sitting at the cool kids table.
Better throw out every single base runner.
Yeah. 2 runs on 3 hits for Taunton. No runs on 1 hit. Taunton for Franklin. No runs on 1 hit for the Bombardiers. High and inside from Parker Sackett. 1-0 to Joe Durrell.
Sackett will look to have a much quicker inning as he ended up with 37 pitches in the first inning.
Low and outside, 2-0. Okay, the wind just stopped for a moment, and when the wind isn't howling, now I'm warm with my coat on.
Yeah, I would like to have that warm feeling again.
2-0 to Joe Durrell. Some think this is a hitter's count.
For a fastball in, I'm sure.
Yeah. Breaking ball. If he fouls that off his back foot, he'll be okay, though. Heck, he's a high school kid. They're all cartilage. 2-1 to Joe.
Thought that was a breaking ball. I thought it was more of a fastball.
Okay.
I don't know.
Nope. I'll give you that.
Look straight. Thanks. I'll take that. It's a win.
Just promise not to mention craft fairing again.
All right, you got it.
Sackett. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. Kind of a slider kind of motion on that one. 2-2, and he's... Again, Parker doesn't have a windup, Kevin.
No.
Because everything from the stretch.
Everything's from the stretch. And it almost looked like Terrell was guessing on a different pitch just by the way he swung. And I think it had some late movement on it. And
yeah.
Confused Terrell for a second.
Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Parker. 1 up, 1 down for Franklin. We go back to the top of the order. Pitcher Jacob Jetty not batting, so Ryan Garrity again, one of 2 Franklin players to be featured on HockomockSports.com as a player to watch, and they only pick 10 in each sport.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment when you get nominated as a player to watch.
UMass Lowell commit Jacob Jetty, the starting pitcher, is the other. Garrity, Jester Jr. is always committed to Northeastern. Oh, there's a shot to center field, but the wind holds it up. Making the catch is Nate George. Well hit ball. That gets an L8 in my book.
That's an L8, yes.
Yeah. For line drive, well hit.
We had that L for 4 of Attleboro's outs in their last game.
Against Canton, yep.
And it really ended up costing them. They were well struck, but just right at people. And that ball, George actually broke back a half a step, stopped, then came in a step or two.
That Canton game was an odd game. Attleboro had 4 Rockets that were outs. Called strike as something pops out of the glove of Aiden Huckwater. Called strike 1 to Jack Marino. Jack reached on an error, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch, and scored.
On double, right, by Evan Rader? Okay.
And what was the second? Oh, the second RBI was on the infield hit, right?
It was on the single by Jace Lyons. It was a single up the middle. Yes, Tabor dove.
Yep.
We should be able to remember back 1 inning, shouldn't we? You would think.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jack Marino, the senior.
Sacco will be looking to take advantage of this opportunity to get out of this inning under 10 pitches.
My senior year of high school, a great friend of mine, Mark Marino. He was our quarterback in football, starting point guard in basketball, and our ace pitcher and center fielder in baseball. He started the season 15-0. Not a bad player.
I guess Eagle Scout and an AP student too, right? One of those guys.
He went to Norwich, played football.
And a little conversation between Marino and the
Home plate umpire, Frank DiCristofaro. We'll both be heading back towards Quincy when this game is over.
You guys can race.
Yeah. I'm going to put more equipment away. He'll get a head start. Breaking ball, fouled back. I got 1 and 2. 2 and 2. Thank you. But no, that Canton game is an odd game as Attleboro lost 4-1. They had 4 Rockets that were outs, and Canton hit into 3 double plays. None of those conventional.
None of them conventional. Center field to first, a left field to second, and strike them out, throw them out.
Yep. Parker Sackett. Breaking ball up high off the plate. That's fair territory. Saltmarsh feels it. Whoa, and goes to tag the runner, and he almost dove in underneath.
Yeah, it's dangerous to dive into the tag because you get the ball and you're going to get tagged in the head there. Saltmarsh like, oh, he's right in front of me. Didn't want to turn around to go step on the base, but, well, it worked.
Parker Sackett needed that, a 1-2-3 inning. After 1.5 innings of play, it is a Franklin Panthers 2, the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers nothing on ACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to ACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. And Kevin, Franklin catcher Joe Terrell, following your advice, his throw down, a one-hopper into this wind.
You almost have to. It's the line drives that'll cut through the wind. Anything that gets some air, who knows what's going to happen to it.
For Attleboro, they'll send up their 5, 6, 7 batters. Brody McKenna, Billy Saltmarsh, and Ben Huckwater. This is Brody playing right field today. Linebacker and tight end on the football team.
getting his second start of the season.
Missing low is Jacob Jetty.
Birdie was doing quite well at JV, and they called him up. He played third. Normally plays outfield, so he's kind of back in his more traditional role in the outfield. And we've seen him make a nice catch today.
Ground ball towards DiGiorgio across. You can see the wind hold that throw up. 6-3, 1 up, 1 down.
But Giorgio and Tabor go to the same school of fielding a ground ball and throwing it on the run to first base. Yeah, I thought that ball was kind of like just kind of hung up there, but it got McKenna by an easy step or two. So
Jacob Jetty, the Franklin pitcher, again committed to UMass Lowell. We told you this year he's 4-1, 26 strikeouts in 28 innings. There's called strike to Billy Saltmarsh. Billy Saltmarsh is also going to UMass Lowell, right?
no, he's going Division III, UMass Dartmouth.
UMass Dartmouth, thank you.
Ooh, a curveball there. Had him kind of flailing. Billy comes in with a 300 batting average with a 364 on base percentage. Scored a couple of runs. It was an RBI.
Shot to first base.
Ooh, past him.
And it gets by the first baseman Raider, stopping for a single because of the quick hustling play of Chen in right field. You calling that a base hit?
Yeah, I'm going to base hit. If you ask the first baseman Raider, he'd probably say he probably should have had it, but it got kind of just past him and under his glove.
Yep.
He never touched it. I'll go with a single for Attleboro's second hit.
Whoa, okay. Wind's blowing so hard, the paper is ripping out of my scorebook. That's not going to help things.
Well, a bunt by Ben Hockwater.
Yes, fielded by the catcher Terrell down to first base. The sacrifice works. Is moving to second is Saltmarsh. So now there's 2 outs. That's 2-3.
That bunt, he took a quick look at Saltmarsh. It had a weird spin and actually spun back to the catcher, and he looked like throw. And I think he thought wisely of it and got the sure out at first base. So now there's 2 outs. Runner in scoring position for Peter Del Pazzo, who's hitting 350 on the season with a 458 on base percentage.
Wow. Called strike is what every pitcher is looking for. That first pitch strike. Did you see when Otani for the Angels?
Oh, wasn't he like 80%?
He had something like 81 strikes and 90-something pitches. It was unbelievable. Breaking ball catches the outside edge. 0-2 to Peter.
I think Peter wanted that one. A left-handed curveball as a right-handed batter, you don't get too many of those. They break right into your sweet spot, and I think if Peter had to do it all over again, he was going to swing at that one.
Time called.
Either time or a balk.
Yeah. But we mentioned Jetty, 4-1 on this season, and last year's shortened season, he led Franklin also with a 4-1 record. Struck out 36 batters in 26 2/3 innings, 1.84 ERA last year. This year, it's 1.47. Misses outside with a fastball, 1-2 to Peter.
Now, Franklin's always a very fundamentally sound. I was actually surprised that they had actually lost 3 in a row. Not that they lost 3, just 3 in a row. They made a few corrections. And
they've won 8 straight since then, yes. Swing and a miss, as that ball had some funny motion on it late. So that's the second strikeout of the game for Jetty. And after for Attleboro, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base after 2 innings, 2-0 Franklin.
Sweet strawberry icing. You were strolling along in goodwill when just past that mid-century side table and denim jacket you spotted them, nestled in their display case. Miniature donut earrings. Oh, yes! Yes! Your favorite half-breakfast pastry, half-all-day dessert food, made into your favorite form of ear candy. Oh, my. Those bejeweled sprinkles have satisfied some unknown hunger within you. Shh. Do you smell that? That's the sugary scent of shopping success. For this is Goodwill. And with every item you buy, you fund local job training and more. So go forth. Bring home those donut earrings. And bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Well, Kevin, once again, I failed miserably between innings.
Yes.
Meant to put my sweatshirt on under my jacket, forgot.
And now Parker has an inning like the first inning.
Yes.
It's going to be really cold.
Franklin with a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. They'll send up their 3, 4, 5 batters at least. Chris Good, Evan Rader, and Henry DiGiorgio.
It's an
And
important
I'm
inning.
pronouncing that exactly right, I'm quite sure of it.
Sure you are. You never make mistakes with names. Like your own.
All right. Yes, during football season. I'm Mike Healy along with Paul. No, Paul, you're Paul. He's Mike. Good, hitting .390 on the season, a .440 on base percentage, 16 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. And a breaking ball low in the zone, 0-1.
Flew out the right in his first at bat. It's an important inning for Sackett, facing and the whole Attleboro defense, facing the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the lineup.
Low and in. One ball, one strike to Chris.
Chris
Senior
hit the
left field.
ball. I'm sorry. No. Chris hit the ball well his first time up, and then the next three got three consecutive hits. That's why it's such an important inning for Sackett.
Turn your mic up. Sorry, Kevin. Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, I was just thinking, turning your volume up and down. Can you imagine if our wives had volume controls for us?
My wife would never be on.
Think of how different our relationships would be, and think how much happier they'd be.
Oh, they'd be thrilled. You could turn me off? Oh, my gosh.
Mute button. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, hold a clicker to us. I think I did that to my wife one time. Chris, I took the clicker. What are you doing? Turn down the volume. she didn't care for that.
High. Full count to Chris Good.
Sackett had a 37 pitch inning in the first inning, came back strong with an 11 pitch second inning.
Low in the zone, ball 4. So how many?
Second walk, I believe,
Yep.
right? He had 1 strikeout.
There it is, yeah.
So first time actually that Franklin's put their leadoff man on in 3 innings.
Trying to find where the walk is in this new scorebook I'm using. There we go.
So imagine Franklin will try to put pressure on the Attleboro defense.
Yes.
To that end, Del Pazzo steps in a few steps. The Saltmarsh holds him on first base.
Well, considering Chris Good has only 11 stolen bases on the year, go ahead, guess how many times he's been thrown out.
I'm gonna go 0.
That would be 0.
Good throw.
And now it's 12 for 12 for Chris Good on stolen bases on the year.
That ball hit him as he slid head first into second base, but the ball did not get far enough away for him to advance to third. And I think that pitch was a ball. I was looking at him stealing. So
1-0?
So we'll go with a ball.
Yep. I'm sure
Strike?
Peter
Oh.
Bray has it right on our
The,
graphics.
Fan to my right thinks it was a strike. So
Okay.
all right, so we'll go with a strike. Well, if you're wrong, you can join our broadcast because we make mistakes all the time.
Yes, you're officially qualified.
Yes. So we'll go with 0-1 the count.
Called strike on a swing and a miss.
Running the count to.
Let's see if home plate umpire Frank DeCristofaro bails us out.
0-2.
All right. Okay, so our fan was right, so you're not qualified to join the broadcast.
Yes,
Sorry.
you were wrong if you qualified.
Sackett with Good at second base takes a long look. Low, nice stop by Aiden Hawkwater, the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rader had an inkling of going as Rader back in the first inning crushed a double to right center.
RBI double, yep.
Slater scored himself on the Jace Lyons single up the middle that Owen Tabor dove and prevented a 3rd run from scoring.
Sackett, who wears Rico Petrocelli's old number, 6, my first favorite baseball player. That's low, another stop by Hawkwater, 2-2.
It's a 60-foot curve, needed another 6 inches on that to make it all the way. Nice stop by Hawkwater. Again, we've talked about this before. The turf field, the catchers I think have an advantage on this because it takes a true hop for them
Yeah.
too. It doesn't hit a rock or a pebble in the batter's box like other curveballs might on the dirt infield.
Shot towards the third baseman, Del Pazzo. He goes all the way across the diamond to Saltmarsh in time. 2 outs. Staying at second base was good.
1 out.
Oh, that's right. Leadoff hitter, 1 out. Thank you.
Del Pazzo did a nice job. He pretty much got Chris a good all the way back to second base, and he threw. And normally Del Pazzo is more of a line drive. Again, the throws, the wind is just kind of picking it up a little bit. They're not the screaming line drives across the field.
And it's kind of blowing in. Sometimes it loops, and it's blowing like from first base to third base.
Yes.
So the left side of the defensive infield is throwing right into the wind across the diamond.
As we see some napkins go across.
Henry DiGiorgio is up, swing and a miss at strike one. Henry had a base hit to right field in the first inning, was stranded at third base.
Yep, stole second and ended up being stranded at third.
Hitting .318 on the year, 13 runs scored, 13 base hits, 1 double. Tabor checks the runner, Sackett checks the runner. There's a shot up the middle, past Evan Houle, hitting third base is good, and he's going to score the Panthers' third run, an RBI single for DiGiorgio.
And a well-struck single up the middle. And because it was behind Chris Good, number 21 for Chris Good, sorry, because it was behind him and on the ground, he was off and running, knowing that there would be no chance at third. And then once it got into the outfield, third base coach just kept him running. Franklin's up 3-0 now.
First hit of the inning. This brings up Jace Lyons, who had an infield hit for an RBI his first time up. He's the designated hitter.
Way high.
Over his head, ball one to Jace.
We've seen a couple of balls get away from both pitchers high, and you just wonder if they're trying to overcompensate on the pitching because of the wind. This is definitely the heaviest wind that they've seen. I'm sure either team has seen all year.
Back in plenty of time at first base again. Attleboro defensively, Del Pazzo at third, Tabor at short, Houle at second, Billy Saltmarsh at first base. Parker Sackett is pitching. Aiden Hawkwater's the catcher. The outfield left to right, Ben Hawkwater, Nate George, and Brody McKenna.
Did you call for a pitch out here? I know it's 1-0, but it looks like he's got a very good lead. Sackett, he has walked one. He's down 1-0, but you know, he's good. He's Giorgio is 3 for 3 on the year, stealing. He's got a healthy lead.
Oh, and that's going to be a hit batter.
That's the first hit batter of the inning of the game for Sackett. He has hit 4 coming in, so that's his 5th hit batter of the season. Bringing to the plate, number 28. How do you say? Isaac Chen? Isaac.
Hardy, they told me.
Okay, who walked on 4 pitches in the first. Attleboro playing deep all around, double play depth. I didn't know if the third baseman Del Pazzo would come in. If Chin can bunt, he could probably drop one down the third baseline.
Yeah, he's behind the bag at third there, Del Pazzo.
And with a right-handed pitcher, ball high, right-handed pitcher falling off towards third, if in a left-handed batter, dropping a bunt down the third base line to get on base. We've seen that happen in the past with other Attleboro players.
Chen hasn't seen a strike yet. 5 consecutive balls in the batter's box.
6.
And Coach Steve Dunley is going to call timeout, who played at Boston College, not Northeastern, as someone erroneously said last week.
Who was that?
That would be me, Kevin.
And was anyone? Oh, I wasn't there to
No,
correct you.
Ty Waterman was here today. And Ty even said, I thought it was BC who plays the Red Sox every year at spring training. Sometimes Northeastern, which is true, but I was still wrong.
Yes,
and there's Coach Zach Brown tossing a ball to our home plate umpire, Frank DiCristofaro.
Coach Dunley does have video of himself pitching against Boston College on Nesson, yes. 2-0 to Chen, who's, like you said, has not seen a strike yet. Attleboro will be looking to turn the double play here.
Three 3-0 Franklin. 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Over towards us.
I would have had that.
2 balls, 1 strike to Isig. E-I-S-I-G. The Chen we can handle.
That's the other stuff.
Yes, didn't need a pronunciation guide for that one. Oh, huge lead off second base for Henry.
They got to bring it back a little bit closer. There's a huge daylight
Giorgio.
play there.
And now a ball. An Attleboro pitcher is warming up, got by the catcher, rolled behind our home plate umpire. Frank will track that down. Again, 2-sport athlete at Bridgewater State, football and hockey.
So I think they got to bring, going back to the huge lead at second, I think Tabor is going to have to make just a little bit more of an effort to bring a little bit back, closer to Giorgio back to second base. Big lead at first, Saltmarsh holding him on at first base, so Gould's going to hold his spot, not hold anybody on at second.
Oh, there's a shot to right field. Will it stay fair? Foul ball. Boy, he answered that right on cue. Will it stay fair? Foul.
Thank you, Blue.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we're both Bridgewater grads. We work well together.
Yes, yes.
God, I remember we must have had 8 cars in a carpool all piling in to go up to Holy Cross. Bridgewater was Division II in hockey back then.
Oh. There's really only one Division II hockey conference now left in college hockey. It's either Division I or Division III.
Yep. Yeah, Bridgewater Division III now.
Yeah. Important pitch here now for Saka. 2-2 the count. Huge lead at second.
Yes. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Didn't have to tag him.
First base occupied. 2 outs. And is that his?
That's a second strikeout.
Second strikeout.
Yes.
Where's the first one?
Back in the second inning, leadoff. Joe.
Oh, there it is. There we go. Again, boy, it's funny when you're using a different scorebook.
You're all out of sorts.
Yeah, I mean, that's not where things are supposed to be. Ben Giraz is up. I think he's a football player as well. Went to Del Paso at third base, unassisted his first time up. Cold strike.
Yeah, technically, I guess you could say he was safe on the field. His choice.
Yeah.
It was first and second. Actually, it was bases loaded. And Del Paso just ran and beat the runner to third base for the 3rd out of the inning.
2 doubles, 3 runs knocked in for Ben, a .263 average, .333 on base percentage. Low and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Giraz.
DiGiorgio continues to take a big lead at second.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be scoring on any ball that can make, or attempting to score on any ball that gets to the outfield.
Okay, remind me to put my sweatshirt on between these. Poole helping out at second base. Slow roller. Fielded by Sackett, one hand. In time. Nice play by Parker. And if he used his glove, runner was going to be safe. That was a nice play.
I agree with you. He read the hop off the turf, barehanded, got a good grip on it right away, which also isn't easy to do with this one going and threw a strike to first base.
For Franklin, 1 run, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. After 2.5, it is 3-0 Franklin.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back. We have an update from Franklin with the Attleboro High School softball teams taking on Franklin High. Franklin High, who beat Attleboro earlier in the season. Attleboro right now was up 8-3. They are now up 8-5, going into the bottom of the 4th inning. So 8-5, Attleboro over Franklin after 4.5 innings of play. We wish the Lady Bombardiers of softball good luck, as we have their game on Wednesday.
Of next week?
No, this week. In 2
this
days.
week, okay.
Yes. I'm not sure who they're playing off the top of my head, but we have it.
Whoa, and there go my...
There go your notes. And Attleboro is playing Milford, in case you were wondering.
Okay. Called strike one to the Bombardiers. It's Aiden Hawkwater up there. Catcher, his first at-bat of the game here in the bottom of the 3rd. Attleboro's got no runs on 2 hits. Swing and a miss. Franklin, 3 runs on 4 hits. So for Aiden
has a 250 on base percentage this year. He's catching a good game today.
Yep. Foul back above us. What do we got for count? 0-2?
0-2. Attleboro's going to have to make a quick adjustment now in the batter's box. They've all seen Jacob Jetty once now, and he's moving quick.
Yeah. Thank you.
Attleboro's going to adjust to that.
Took something off that, and a swing and a miss. That was outstanding pitching. That's his 3rd strikeout.
Yeah, he had it's so important to get that first pitch strike. So working way ahead, 0-2.
Yeah.
Took something off of that, and that fooled Aiden a bit on as he kind of flailed at that pitch.
Jacob Jetty on the mound. Kind of bothers me that he looks so darn relaxed.
Yes.
Come on.
And that's going to be the smallest pitching. It looks small. I can't tell if it's a big or not. Bunt
Squaring to bunt, but he went for it. It's going to be called strike one, swinging strike technically on Nate George.
True.
Nate popped up to the second baseman in the 1st inning.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a fly to right.
Yeah.
And second baseman kind of tracked it down. So just on the dirt grass line, or the painted dirt, painted grass line.
Again, there's that change-up curve that the batters are usually out in front of. 0-2 as that's fouled back.
Giving him a slightly different look now the second time through. Technically, he started with 8 in his first at-bat, but in his 3rd inning, he's giving him a little different look. Some more off-speed stuff so far this inning.
Since the bottom of the 2nd, that's only the 4th ball he's thrown. 1-2 to Nate George.
Yes, he's doing well. Yeah, he only threw 1 ball last inning, huh? Wow. Another, could be trouble again.
Into short right. And again, having to come in at the last minute is the second baseman, Jack Marino.
He's getting a real good jump on it, and typically going back on the ball, you want to give way to center fielder coming in.
Yeah.
But they're playing the wind well because the wind is knocking the ball back in. So the second baseman's running back far enough where he ends up coming in on these.
By the way, if you have a young child that you want to get rid of, today's a good day to tell them to go out in the backyard and fly a kite. Won't be back soon, folks.
It might just take off with that kite.
You don't think I'm going to hear from the FCC again?
I was just told to go play in the yellow line.
Okay.
Still tell kids to do that? Quicker and easier, I guess.
Owen Tabor is up. Owen had a base hit to left field the first time up, moved to second base on an error on a pickoff attempt, stole 3rd, was left stranded. What was the first pitch?
Ball one.
For the
Outside.
left-handed Jetty. Well, that's hit well to left center field, up in the air, on his horse. The fence is up there, but getting there quickly is Garrity. Boy, does he cover ground. And there's a double to deep center for Owen Tabor. And boy, the last couple of games, Owen finally getting rewarded for hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, and that raises Owen Tabor's average to 310 on the year.
Wow.
As he's now 9 for 22. And just double check my numbers here. Nope, that's, hold on, 9 for 29.
Okay.
On the year, 9 for 29 is Owen Tabor for, it's supposed to be quick, Kevin. Here we go, yep, 310.
2 for 2 today. Christian Dame is up, struck out swinging on a beautiful pitch from Jetty the first time up. There's that breaking ball, fouled.
An aggressive swing by Christian, looking to bring in Tabor. And again, with 2 outs, Tabor will be off on the jump. And keep an eye on this, as Tabor stole 3rd back in the 1st inning.
Yeah.
So if he sees an opportunity, and they're not really holding him too close right now. Second baseman creeping in a little bit.
up high with a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christian Dane.
But with 2 outs, I think you'd be, and the 3-hitter and the leading hitter, you better be safe.
Yeah.
You do not want to make the 3rd out of third base in this situation.
Fastball hit to the shortstop. DiGirolamo across the... DiGirolamo, that was a first baseman for Canton. Out at first.
His father gave us a very nice tweet.
Yeah. DiGiorgio across the diamond, 6-3. So stranded at second base is Tabor. For the Bombardiers, 1 more hit, but still no runs after 3 complete. 3-0 Franklin on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan.
That's correct.
Dave Angel on the crew, Peter Bray running graphics, Jim Jones, our engineer in charge. I was looking at the roster, and again, Franklin, Coach Zach Brown giving us outstanding stats for every single player.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Zach.
Actually, it was one of the assistant coaches who gave it to me, and I'm not sure which one, though. You know why?
Because you forgot to ask his name?
Yes, and there are 7 listed. 7. Why, back in my day, my senior year in '76, we had a varsity coach and a JV coach. That was our entire staff. Wow.
Well,
okay. Mark, I can't read it right now. Yeah.
The score is 8-5 in the top of the 6th for the softball game. Attleboro leads Franklin.
Okay, and we're top of the 4th here. How many pitches has Jetty thrown through 3 innings?
Through 3 innings.
He's thrown 44, you said?
Yeah, Jacob Jetty's thrown 44 pitches and through 3 innings. Pakasaka has thrown 71.
Wow.
So, this, in theory, could be Parker's last inning.
Catcher Joe Terrell, who struck out swinging his first time up. There's a swinging bunt down the left field side. Boy, Hawkwater bounces out of the catcher's box quickly. 0-1.
He's quick. He's got good movement. Doesn't look like your traditional Zach DiMatteo style catcher, but Aiden's quick and fields his position very well.
In football, he's a quarterback, he's a defensive back, and a long snapper.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know the long snapper.
Yeah.
So Belichick may draft him.
Yeah, if he goes to Navy.
That's true. Or Rutgers.
Yes, or breaking ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. No, so on field goal attempts, you'd have Aiden Hawkwater, quarterback Aiden Hawkwater, hiking to quarterback Matt Harvey, who held, and then Salviati, their wide receiver defensive back, who was an outstanding kicker.
He was a good kicker. Or is.
Oh, it is. He's going to be back as a captain. Ball 2 low, 2 balls and 1 strike to Joe Terrell.
That's some great options on special teams.
Yes,
like
really.
Down a football diagram with 2 quarterbacks in on that and a good kicker.
Yeah.
Lots of fakes potentially.
Ground ball, swinging bunt. Hawkwater handles this one. Aiden fires to first in time.
I think that may have hit the plate.
Yep.
It had that like that rubbery sound coming off the plate.
Yeah.
And many baseball fans do not know this. Home plate is in fair territory. So if it hits the plate, it is not a foul ball, but it is indeed a fair ball.
Thank you for bringing up a great memory for me.
Oh, no, is this your umpire?
No, I was in Little League. It's when I learned the rule.
Oh, okay. shot.
Shot by Jetty, the leadoff hitter on the first pitch. Jetty is grounded out to second and lined out to center, and now out 4-3. I wonder when the last time he was up 3 times without reaching base.
And Evan Houle rushed.
Yeah.
I mean, he threw him out by 15 steps. He had a little bit more time. He hit that very, very well. Did Ryan, number 26, Ryan Garrity.
This brings up Jack Marino. Jack, the second baseman. Go ahead, Kevin.
I was just saying he's 0 for 2 on the day, but reached on an error.
And scored.
On the, he stole second, went to third on a wild pitch, and ended up scoring on the Evan Raider double to right center. Back in the first.
Then was tried on a ground ball to first, I believe,
Yes.
where he made it close, almost dove under the tag of Billy Saltmarsh. Ground ball towards Tabor at short. Throws across his body a one-hopper, and that gets by Saltmarsh.
And no advancement. Hawkwater and the right fielder for Attleboro. McKenna were there for backups. So I'm going to have to go E6 on that one. It's funny. We've seen Tabor this year throw that one kind of like on the run.
Yeah.
And that time he fielded it, stopped, set his feet, and then he held on to it too long, like a pitcher that bounces like a fastball. Held on to it too long, and Saltmarsh, just couldn't scoop that out.
And again, those are the toughest throws on the field for the third baseman and the shortstop.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it's up there. It's on you.
It's on the backstop.
Behind you.
It's getting a great look of your backside on every pitch, Frank. I wonder if he uses the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master. That's going to be it for Parker Sackett. So reaching on the E6 is Jack Marino.
And number 20 for Attleboro, Jamie Block, is making his second appearance of the year on the mound, and he's going to UMaine Farmington, where he looks to be a pitcher there. So that's why I think we're getting the answer why Jamie wasn't starting at first base today. Saltmarsh was. Coach Dunley does this a lot. If you're the second, third, or even fourth reliever, a lot of times, if possible, he doesn't start you to make sure you can warm up.
So that's 2 and
3 2/3.
Yeah, 3 2/3 innings for Parker Sackett. We'll take a break and then come back and tell you a little bit more about Jamie after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Well, I figured it was better than dead air, Kevin. That's why. Just press the button. Jamie Block is into pitch. What do you know about Jamie other than he's going to UMaine Farmington?
Oh, that's all I know. Jamie, just his second appearance this year. He pitched a lot on the fall varsity team that they kind of put in, and was by Coach Matt Callahan the most effective pitcher in this past fall.
Good lead by Marino off first. Yep.
Lefty, kind of a junk baller, a little bit of pop on the fastball like you just saw.
Yep.
Will be relying on his control and keep the batters off balance. Kind of a different type of pitcher than Parker Sackett.
Chris Good flew out to right field and then had walked, stole a base, and scored in the third inning, 1-1.
Yes, 1-1. You might have just saw one of the most impressive things he did. He just had Marino, who's 7 for 7 on steals, jumping back to first base on his pitch. So kind of diffuses the running game a bit.
There's that breaking ball, fouled off, 1 ball and 2 strikes. As a team, Franklin has stole 86.96 stolen base percentage. I'm going to go ahead and round that up to 87%.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah, so that means the only time they're thrown out stealing is when the runner trips and falls between bases. And there he goes. And that's low in the zone. That's going to get by Hawkwater.
Ooh.
And if he'd known it, he'd be at third base, but he slid into second. He'll stay there.
A wild pitch on that. He was stealing.
I'm giving him the stolen base.
Okay. Only because it got past Aiden.
But he was going on the pitch.
He was. Yeah. He was going on first movement, actually, not even on the
against
pitch.
the lefty.
And what you want your runners to do, if there's a minor mistake there, is like on that second or third step, you want him to look in to see what's going on. Had he seen that, he probably would have gone for third. That's a long throw from the fence all the way down to third.
2 balls and 1 strike on Chris Good. Franklin fans, just a note about Jamie Block, and I mean this as a compliment. Doesn't look like an athletic Adonis out there, but he is an outstanding baseball player with great instincts. And boy, is he a superior fielder at first base.
He's doing really good at first. Has real good on base percentage. Has 3 doubles on the year.
Matt Stairs, that's the name I was thinking of. The guy who didn't look like a pro ball player who played for the Sox for a few years and played for Oakland for many years.
Yes.
But similar, didn't look like a major leaguer, but great instincts.
And just a tremendous clutch hitter.
Exactly.
And Jamie's a clutch player, too. I think he's going to do very well up at UMaine Farmington.
Yeah, I think it's a full count here on Chris. Blooped into right field. It'll stay up long enough for McKenna to make the catch, and that will retire the side.
And closes the book on Parker Sackett as well.
For Franklin, no runs, no hits. 1 more runner left on base after 3.5 innings. It is 3-0 Panthers on AACS 15 Sports.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th inning. Bombardiers will send up their cleanup hitter, Evan Houle, followed by Brody McKenna and Billy Saltmarsh. Evan ground out to first base
Shortstop
in the first inning. I was thinking first inning, and that's where that happened.
Boy, how many mistakes did Ty Waterman not call you
Yes,
on in the game I missed?
Well, it's because, trust me, I was on my A game then.
Oh, okay.
I knew I had no safety net. There's a breaking ball called strike 1 to Evan, a 2-sport captain. I don't know what the heck was wrong with the golf coach. We didn't make him a captain.
I thought that was a little inside. The umpire even jumped away. We got to remember that Jacob Chetty here moves quickly up 0-2.
Heading to URI is Evan.
Yes,
Check swing, strike 3.
Tried to hold up, couldn't. Clearly went around on that. A little breaking news.
4 strikeouts?
That is 4. Hold on, 1, 2. That is the 4th strikeout.
Okay, breaking news.
Just a little bit of a brush fire. World War I park in North Attleboro.
Oh,
the
really?
park is closed right now. Brush fire.
There's one in
this type of wind, yeah.
one in Blue Hills and Milton yesterday. Ball one to Brody McKenna, who ground out to
The
shortstop last time.
That's why they did it back-to-back, so you get it right. the
Yeah,
second time.
right. Swing and a miss. That might be as hard a pitch as Jetty's thrown all day.
I was going to say that's that sneaky fastball.
Yeah.
Because he'd been going more off-speed last inning. He's coming back with some heaters this inning.
Curveball up and away, 2-1, and again we see the
But I was going to say, with that said, he goes back to the off-speed.
we see the catcher Terrell look towards the bench to get signals before every pitch. I want to see high school kids matching wits with high school kids. I don't want to see him matching wits with someone who is a great player.
It's like the
played at Wheaton College and has been coaching for 9 years. Come on, games are invented for players, not coaches. You had your chance.
it's like the old Jetsons when they had the robots
Yeah,
out there.
exactly. Here's an idea. Let the players decide what pitch they're going to throw next. If you've done such a great job of coaching them, why do you have to guide them through every pitch? And again, Franklin fans, don't get upset. It's not you. Nearly every team does it now, and it drives me crazy. I'm a crusty curmudgeon. Ball four outside.
Just the first walk, I think.
I think that's Jetty's first walk since March.
Yeah, because he hadn't even thrown a ball through 3 innings. So. A 6-pitch walk, so 1 out, 1 on. Third time this game that Attleboro has gotten a 1-out runner on.
Yep.
One time they bunted, another time they advanced a second on an error.
Billy Saltmarsh with a base hit in the second inning in this scorebook that I'm not used to. I didn't write. Where did it go?
It went to right field.
Thank you.
Oh, under the right past the first baseman and the line.
Good lead off first for McKenna.
Especially with a lefty on the hill, he's going to be careful. Watch the shoulders.
Oh, there it is.
Watch the shoulders. Shoulders are the giveaway on that.
You know, Jetty almost looks like he could pitch at the next level. Oh, wait, he will. At UMass Lowell.
Division 1.
Ground ball towards the middle, fielded by Marino.
The out at second? Okay.
Yeah.
I actually got blocked by Saltmarsh. I was expecting to throw to first, and I didn't, and I saw a little bit of what I thought was confusion.
Yep.
So fielder's choice.
4-6 at second, and fielder's choice to reach first base for Billy Saltmarsh.
Important for Jetty to come to a set. I felt like he didn't come to a set last time, and that's an easy balk call as he comes to a set on that one. And he may have. It just felt like he moved really quick.
Ball one low to Ben Hawkwater, who had a sacrifice bunt in the second inning with 1 out. By the way, it can be one more crusty curmudgeon thing, how it was better back in my day. Fastball on the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. In football and basketball, coaches can call timeouts. So the refs have to watch the benches and the field nowadays. Not when I'm benevolent, Czar. If you're not playing in the game, you don't get to stop it. Drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. Especially when there's a loose ball on the court.
Oh, that drives.
Players are grappling for the court. The coach yells timeout and they grant it.
Especially if the guy's jumping for the ball, touches it, they can call and grant timeout.
Yeah.
3-1 to Ben Hawkwater.
Yep.
Sacrifice bunt back in the second.
So again, I'm not criticizing Franklin's outstanding coach, Zach Brown. That's ball 4. That's what I thought. Okay.
I had 3-1,
Yep.
but we are unofficial.
Yeah. And the base umpire, Don Fredericks from Stoughton High School.
Hey, Attleboro needs runners, and Ben was going to take it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame Ben.
That's the old thing where you
wanna put
forget
me
to
on base?
reset your clicker, maybe.
Yep. The 3-1 delivery to Ben. Strike 2. So now, important for Saltmarsh, who is standing on first base with 2 outs. Make sure you read the delivery. You're not stealing. You're just getting a jump on 3 and 2 outs.
Good jump, swing and a miss. Nice pitch. 5th strikeout for Jetty. For the Bombardiers, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base after 4 complete. 3-0 Franklin on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautororepair.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Kevin, you have an update from the softball game?
Yeah, heading into the bottom of the 7th. Attleboro now enjoying an 11-5 lead over Franklin and Coach Katie Holbrook at Franklin High School. She owns the BNB sweatshirt that I'm wearing. No, not the sweatshirt, but the building facility.
Yep.
Brand new ball game. So she's the varsity head coach of Franklin. A fine program Franklin has, and Attleboro's getting a little measure of redemption.
I was laughing. Softball, a fine Franklin program. Can you name a sport where Franklin doesn't have an outstanding program?
I think their Tiddlywinks team, they're not doing so
Their
well.
football team was down for a few years, and now they've been back in a big way the last 3 or 4 years.
I don't recall that. No, Franklin's very good in most sports.
Yeah, if it's a sport, they're good at it.
Stu, close the book officially at Parker Sackett. 3 2/3 innings, give 4 hits, 3 runs, just 1 earned, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. I don't think we officially closed the book on him. And Jamie Block is back for his 2nd inning. He got the last batter retire on a pop up the right to finish the 4th inning.
This brings up Evan Rader, who had a RBI double to right center field and grounded out to 3rd base. I was looking at my scorebook, Kevin.
Low.
Ball
Ball
one.
1.
We're in the top of the 5th, 3-0 Franklin. Sidearm delivery catches the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we mentioned it briefly that Jamie will come at you a couple different ways. He's not your hardest thrower, but he has a good location. He relies on some junk balling. He goes up 1 and 2 now on a foul tip.
Raider, 311 average, 373 on base percentage, 14 hits, 14 runs knocked in, 9 runs scored.
So you're saying he's consistent.
Yeah.
Off speed down the 3rd base line.
Base, tough play for Del Pazzo. I should
he
shut
stumbled.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I thought you were looking
time.
down.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's he stumbled, but still got the throw all the way over to Saltmarsh at first for the out, 5-3. Second time Raiders grounded out the 3rd. Yeah, I thought you had your head down. So I just figured I tried to catch you out of the corner of my eye.
I was kind of looking out of the top of my eyes.
Okay.
It was straight ahead down 3rd base, so I could handle that. This brings up the shortstop, Henry
DiGiorgio.
See, you could say DiGiorgio today.
I could not say.
You could not say DiGirolamo last Friday against Canton.
Could not say it.
And I can't say DiGiorgio. Ball 1 low to Henry, who had a base hit to right field in the 1st and a RBI single to center field in the 3rd.
And the more I practice against Canton, the worse I got.
Oh, the wind's going to hold that up. McKenna goes back, now comes in and makes the catch into that ball hit into this howling wind.
I think Brody had a good beat on it. The wind just kept moving it more towards, you had mentioned earlier, the wind is kind of going from right to left.
Yeah, kind of first base to 3rd base. Yeah.
Right, so if that was a typical fly ball, Nate George probably had it, but Brody's like, no, and he just kind of followed the ball into right center field for the out. Kind of typical day, that might, with the wind blowing out, that might have been a ground rule double or even a home run.
Jace Lyons is up, the designated hitter, had an infield hit for an RBI, strike 1, and was been hit by a pitch. 0-1.
That ball was kind of like a slider, curve.
Jamie's got a bunch of different pitches.
Yeah.
Trying to go back to it again. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got some different release points. Moves quicker than Parker does on the hill.
Oh, yeah, a little extra heat on that sidearm delivery, 1 and 2.
What's good about that, it's almost like when you can throw a real good changeup, it makes your fastball look that much more effective.
Yep.
So again, Jamie doesn't throw the hardest, but by mixing in the different speeds, ball low, it makes his fastball look that much better.
Yep. What also was I love about Jamie Block, boy, does he work quickly.
Yes. we comment on how Billy Saltmarsh works a little bit slow from the stretch.
Yeah.
Not from the windup. Parker Sackett works just very deliberate the whole game.
That's ball low. Also interesting, it looked like Aiden Hawkwater was calling his own pitches when the starter Sackett was on the mound. Now Aiden is peering towards the dugout occasionally to get the sign.
Well, you did mention that this is Jamie's second game pitching on the season, and
All four.
And
So-
in the fall, Aiden didn't catch Jamie because Aiden was playing football.
That's right. Okay.
So that was the thing. Yeah, the varsity spring league, varsity fall league. It's a great league, but it's meant for people that aren't playing a fall sport.
Yeah.
And it's a way for the the kids to keep playing together. It's not sanctioned by MIAA or anything like that. So it's so Aiden probably just hasn't had an opportunity to catch Jamie yet.
There you go. This brings up Izig Chen, the right fielder, who has walked and struck out swinging and had a foul ball that he crushed. Foul. Fouls that back. 0-1 to Izig. And this is a very speedy outfield for Franklin. Goody in left, Garrity in center, and Chen in right. By the way, I should give Attleboro's defense in just a moment. Oof, good ball
move.
high, yeah. As heading back towards first base was Lyons as that pitch was coming. 1-1 to Izig.
So it seems like with Franklin, when they're not stealing, they're actually jumping back towards first. When they are stealing, they're going on first motion.
Yeah. He's got 4 steals
Going
on
on
here,
first
Lyons.
motion.
There's the throw, sliding in head first, which means he'll have billions and billions of little black pellets in his underoos. Stolen base.
So you're seeing kind of like a chess game action
Yeah.
going on because they're going on first motion, and you can't stop your motion once he's stealing or else it's the ball. And you had a lefty batter going with Aiden Hawkwater, so now he has to come up throwing over the helmet down the second base. So they guessed right, and they threw on the right with the right batter in the box. 2-1 the count. To Chin. 2 outs and a runner on second.
Thank you. Breaking ball, lofted into left field. Oh! Slices, jumping in the air and then spinning his body was the shortstop Tabor to catch that line out. So for Franklin, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on after 4.5, 3-0 Panthers.
If ever the wind played havoc with one ball there, it did. And Owen Tabor, to his credit, that was going into center, turned around. He adjusted his body and caught the ball.
Yeah.
As you said, lined into left center. No, lined into the shortstop's glove is what happened, though, ultimately.
We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
I waited to turn our field mic up because I didn't want to expose the viewers to the mumble rap coming out of the dugout.
Well, they got the easy
Oh, there we go. There's some old school.
Kean's walk-up music.
That's the music of my people.
Kean
All right.
Kelleher pinch hitting for Peter Del Pazzo right now. Toughest job in baseball, coming off the bench to hit the ball.
Yes.
Against a pitcher that's Jacob Jetty has 61 pitches thrown through 4 innings.
And already committed to Division I UMass Lowell. Ace of the staff last year, back this year. When you look at, Franklin, last year's outstanding team, they've lost the heart of that order to graduation. And they still come back 11-3 this year with an 8-1 winning streak. Swing and a miss. Kind of undecided on that. 0-2.
Yeah, Kean,
1-1.
Kean was kind of jammed on that up and in. And
Yeah.
the swing reflected that. Kean actually hit 429 in the air. double, an RBI, a couple runs scored.
Called strike on the outside edge. His grandparents might be listening over in Ireland.
Yes. Keane committed to Division I Stonehill College.
Ah. Well, they didn't foul back. They didn't change to Division I until they knew Keane was coming.
Until they knew Keane was coming.
Yes.
I said, that's it. We got him, folks, and we're going Division I. So 2-2 the count. So you have 2-2?
Yep.
All right.
Franklin, 107 runs in
Oh,
14
nice.
games. Hit to left.
Nice hit.
Gets down for a base hit for Kelleher. 4th hit of the game for the Bombardiers.
Jetty hung that curve just a little bit, and again, I mentioned earlier, as a right-handed batter, you don't get to see too many left-handed curves.
Yes.
So when they do hang one, oh wow, that was my favorite hit.
Oh, that's
favorite pitch to hit. I'm like, woohoo, comes right into your sweet spot.
hardest ball I ever hit in high school. Unfortunately, it was a scrimmage against Medway. Put it off the right field fence against a left-handed sidearm pitcher.
Okay, yeah, you
And
just see it.
the ball came in absolutely flat, and even I, with my Nellie Fox 33-inch bat, crushed
Nellie
that
Fox
ball.
luck.
Oh, yeah.
Could be trouble.
Short grounder to the pitcher. Jetty turns, fires a strike. What else to first base to get the out? So can we say, Aiden, that was just a funny-looking bunt to give him a
Yes.
sacrifice?
Well, I don't know if they scored it that way. Down 3. If this was earlier in the game, they probably would have been bunting there.
Yeah.
But now, as we're in the late stages of the game, Attleboro chasing 3 runs
Yeah.
right now, down 3-0. So a swinging bunt there.
Yeah. But not a sacrifice.
Not a sacrifice.
Nate George at the top of the order has popped out to second base twice.
Kelleher on second with some decent speed.
Oh, nice curveball for a strike. I'm starting to think that Jetty knows what he's doing out there.
He's got some good control. He's putting the ball where he wants. His pitch count is still very low.
First, I thought he was just wicked lucky, but now I think he's actually pretty good. Hi, and I cursed him, sorry. 1-1.
So pitch number 70 coming up for Jetty, though. He's done a good job. Yeah, you have that tendency to jinx and curse people.
Yeah,
I feel cursed sitting next to you.
outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And who could blame you?
Interesting, George, here. If you're going to put the ball in play, try to get it to the right side to continue to move Kelleher. Obviously, he wants a base hit to try to score Kelleher.
Breaking ball again against the fence right below our camera. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On deck,
Whoops.
Owen Tabor.
And an error against our umpire, Frank Cristofaro. Just dropped
a third-
that ball that Tabor had thrown to
Yeah,
him.
just the 4th error of the game.
Yeah.
2 for Attleboro, 1 for Franklin, and 1 for the ump.
High, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guys, is that the kind of thing you want to say when the umpire is so close he can hear you?
Yeah. And they can hear us. I feel like we do have the luxury here, unlike softball.
Yeah.
Where,
Well, you're
where
right
we're
on
in the
top of
batter's box with the umpire.
Back.
Play on Keller at second.
Wait a minute. The coaches yelled back. I'm supposed to just call the game. Sorry. Back in time was Kelleher. But no, it was fun. We were doing an American Legion game in Norton. This was a number of years ago. I think our 1st or 2nd year working together. You said, I wonder if the home plate umpire could hear us. Next pitch comes in, he turns and says, loud and clear. Since then, we've been a little more careful.
Careful. Not that all the umpires aren't always perfect. A little bit bad on that one.
Spins around again, does Jetty.
Jetty, a little, in my opinion, with 1 out here in the 5th, up 3-0, a little too focused on Kelleher. The run ultimately means nothing in this situation. It's not the tying or go-ahead run.
That curveball stayed high, full count, and that's the Attleboro dugout getting so loud, had to turn the field mic down for a bit.
Good to see him into a full count here to Nate George. Put the ball in play twice. Pop-ups.
Lofted to right center field. Look at the wind, keep that up. Making the catch is Garrity. And again, Garrity is committed to Northeastern, so he'll be playing on artificial turf for at least the next 4 years.
So interesting decision here.
2 outs.
Yes, 2 outs for Franklin. You have Attleboro has 4 hits on the day, and Tabor has 2 of them. And
Yeah.
he's hit the ball quite hard and is enjoying a real good game against Jetty.
Yep.
Do you walk him, which allows for the number 3 hitter, Dame, who comes in hitting
Really?
400. So it looks like they're going to pitch him, but maybe just carefully.
Curveball with a strike for Jetty. And again, in the first inning, Owen Tabor had a hard single to left field. In the third inning, a hard single to center
Oh,
field.
yeah, double the left center.
Oh, that's right, double, yes.
Yeah. 0-1 now to Tabor. Ball high. So again, if he can get the ball to the outfield with 2 outs, Kelleher will be off on contact. And Franklin might just be conservative to give up the run to hold Tabor to first base and then the ball to the outfield and not go home with it.
And there's a shot into center field for a base hit fielded by Garrity.
Going home.
Stopping at third base is Kelleher, because Attleboro's got their best hitter coming up now, Christian Dame. But before we get to Christian, boy, Owen is 3 for 3 with 3 rockets.
And he had raised his average to 310 before that hit, and that's Tabor's 10th hit on the year. He's got his average up to 333 now, from 259 to 333. And Kelleher actually, because of the wind, the center fielder comes charging in.
Yeah.
He came up throwing home. That did allow Tabor to take second, though, on the throw home.
Yep.
Strike.
Strike one to Christian Dame, who was struck out and grounded to shortstop.
Ooh, strike one. Okay, we haven't disagreed too much with the home plate umpire today. That was almost a wild pitch. It's a good stop by the catcher.
Swing and a miss for Dame.
Dame quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Tight end, linebackers in football, forward in basketball. I think baseball might be his best sport.
Been consistent.
And he's good in all of it. There's a foul ball to the right. Oh, how I learned the home plate is in fair territory. Oh, got to get to that story when I was in. I made little, well, you know what? This is the potential tying run at the plate. I'm not going to start a story now.
You're not going to start this story again.
Yes, exactly. We've got a way in hockey, whenever I tell a story, somebody scores a goal.
We get back to it 2 games later.
So during Prohibition, I was nice stop by the catcher, Terrell. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian Dame.
And I started to tell a story last game that we couldn't get
That
to.
we never got it completed, yeah. About the UMass Amherst spring football game. Former Attleboro Bombardiers.
Jason Ware and Pauline Charles.
Facing off against each other. Fastball, oh, Christian Dame crushes that to left, but foul. And you see the bullpen catcher from Franklin duck under that?
Ducking away, throwing the helmet on.
Yeah. The bad news is it was foul. The good news is he got all of that one.
You can get some confidence off of that. He was just so far out in front of that.
Yep.
You do that again, hook it around, that'll score 2. And with Tabor's speed, he'll be looking to score on anything in a huge lead at second.
Slow breaking ball, and Dame stays alive.
So 7th pitch of the at-bat. And this is the most laborious inning for Jetty, who had 21 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah.
15, 16, he's at 24 this inning.
Curveball again. Christian Dame is ahead of it. Nice job fielding the ball in the Franklin dugout, and they fire a bullet back to the mound. So not only are there, let's see, 26 kids on the roster, they're all into the game.
They're into the game. They got 14 coaches.
Jetty, the lefty, with runners on second and third. High in the zone, and Dame stays alive, fouling it back. 1-2 or 2-2?
1-2.
1-2 still, yeah.
But doing everything he can to stay alive. That's definitely high, but with 2 strikes,
Yeah.
you know, the last thing you want to do is go down looking.
So Jetty's thrown, what, 5, 6 consecutive strikes now?
Yeah, and the 9th pitch of the at-bat, though, going out to Christian here. Tabor could get a little bit more if he wanted it at second. Kelleher leading off third.
Fly ball to right field. Chen is there. Chen makes the catch. And the Bombardier bid is extinguished. No runs. 2 hits, 2 runners left on base, and after 5 complete, it is 3-0 Franklin.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Kevin. That's going to leave a Mark Callahan. Crew's Dave Angel. We'll also be editing this broadcast for later broadcasts on Channel 15 in Attleboro. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. We have an update from the softball game.
Yeah, I believe I reported wrongly when I said it was 11-5 after 6.5 innings. It was after 5.5 innings, yes.
Throw him under the bus. You got incorrect information from our texter.
All right.
So what's the deal?
I was throwing myself under the bus. Well, all right, I was reported 11-5 after 6.5, and then I hear it's 18-5, bottom of the 7th. And we're the away team, Attleboro is. The final score, 18-9. Attleboro beat Franklin. So Attleboro gaining a measure of revenge against Franklin in softball.
Shot foul, thank heavens, because it isn't my scorecard flipped over. This is Ben Giraz, the junior third baseman.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Continue.
Thank you. Third base unassisted. An outstanding play by the pitcher, Parker Sackett, at the time on a slow roller back to the mound. Called strike 0-2 to Ben.
You see, Jamie never throws the same pitch 2 times in a row. Jamie Block pitching effectively out of the bullpen.
Ben came in with a 263 average, 333 on base percentage, 5 runs scored, 3 knocked in, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Everybody does a little bit of everything on Franklin.
Yes.
Again, they had 339 as a team coming into this game. Just 4 hits today, though. 5 hits today.
5 hits, there you go. Boy, that was hit so hard you could see the rubber pellets getting up. And again, Zach Brown, the coach in his 9th year. If you look up fundamentally sound in Webster's dictionary, there's the team photo of Franklin.
Absolutely. No, they know what they're doing. They play the position right. And there comes a pinch runner, courtesy runner, probably courtesy runner.
Yeah. And they have fun doing it.
Number 5 is Luke Sidwell.
Oh.
Is that in relation to Steve Sidwell?
Yeah. Who's now the
with the Patriots, right?
Well, Steve Sidwell was the defensive coordinator for the Patriots, the Broncos. His son Brad was longtime AD and coach at Franklin. And when they told him he couldn't do both, he went to Taunton, where he was AD and coach, football coach. He's, I think, since given up the AD's job, but he's still the football coach over at Taunton.
Interesting.
And Sidwell also a football player. Yep.
For Sidwell, this is now his 14th game. He's 1 for 3 on the year, but he's scored 12 runs and has 6 stolen bases.
So he must be courtesy running like crazy.
I think we know his role on this year's team is he is Mr. Speed coming into the game.
And
so Luke Sidwell pinch running for Ben Giraz, who's now 1 for 3 on the day.
And he's also a starter at defensive back on their football team. And again, Franklin's football team, they start 22 different kids. Nobody going both ways at Franklin.
Okay. Third baseman Del Pazzo playing in, expecting the bunt. Saltmarsh holding Sidwell on first.
Joe Terrell is up, who was struck out swinging and had a swinging bunt where he's thrown up by the catcher. Pulls his bat back in time. Ball 1 to Joe, who's played an outstanding defensive game.
So right now it looks like, at least on that bunt, that Tabor is cycling towards second. They'll charge Saltmarsh, and Houle will cover first. But I also saw Del Pazzo charge in, so should anything happen, Block will be in charge of third base, or the catcher, depending on what happens.
Breaking ball, called strike. You know, Jamie Block for ask your grandparents about the old Red Sox pitcher Louis Tiant. Sure, he was a right-hander, but what they have in common is very rarely do you see two pitches in a row from the same arm slot.
Exactly. Long look this time.
And also, and it was a game 3 or game 4 of the World Series in '75. Louis Tiant threw 163 pitches in a complete game victory.
You don't see that too often.
You'll never see that again, unfortunately.
No. Block steps off and gets Sidwell diving back to the base. This is the way you wish you had a lefty first baseman to get a quick slap tag down.
And there he goes, kind of stumbled, but he got a good enough jump where it doesn't matter. And that's a stolen base.
So interesting bunt coverage coming up now with the 2-1 count. Again, with the 9-hitter Terrell up, he's 0 for 2 on the day.
Yeah.
You know, look for potential bunt. It's 3-0. Franklin looks to expand the lead for sure.
Franklin only has 5 hits so far.
Yeah, that was just the 5th hit.
Yeah.
So Saltmarsh in expecting the bunt. Del Pazzo back, so Block will be responsible for bunts down the third base line, which is the side he falls off when he pitches anyway. So Tabor is covering at short and will hold him on, and Hull will favor towards first base. Got all that?
Yeah. Swearing to bunt. High. Nice catch by Hawkwater. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I got 3 and 1.
3 and 1, yes. Defensively for Franklin, Attleboro, again, Aiden Hawkwater's catching, Del Pazzo at third, Tabor at short, Hull at second, Saltmarsh at first, the outfield left to right, Ben Hawkwater, Nate George, Brody McKenna.
And your battery is Jamie Block and Aiden, you're right.
Aiden Hawkwater, yeah. And Attleboro's outfield is very fast. Franklin's outfield is stupid fast. I mean, that's a compliment. And at second base, it is ball 4, and at second base, Sidwell with his lead was in a position where he was kind of bending over and looking around our base umpire, Don Fredericks.
He's tying his shoe now. If he had got the bunt now, had he continued on to third, I don't know if he would have been safe at third. He had a very small lead. Yeah. So now first and second, nobody out for the top of the order, Ryan Garrity.
Garrity grounded out to second, lined out to center field, and grounded out to second.
Same bunt coverage for Attleboro's defense.
He's going to Northeastern, already committed, and he's only a junior. Squares to bunt.
Ball outside, I guess.
Yep.
Yep,
that's
outside.
what Steve Dudley just asked us.
I was going to say maybe a little low, but I guess more outside. So Del Pazzo checking the signals at third as well to making sure he's got the right bunt coverage. Saltmarsh is playing in. Defense playing Pool at second, shaded towards first. And the warm-up pitcher.
For the second time, the ball has gotten away from the warm-up catcher and ends up behind the backstop. Nice hustle by Franklin's Jack Marino.
It's the on-deck hitters. This is a job.
Yeah.
They do something there.
Really? That's Ryan Garrity is up, hitting .333, .412 on base percentage. Block fakes towards second.
And Garrity showed bunt. Again, he squared. So Attleboro should take advantage of that unless they take it off. But you could bring Saltmarsh could come in a lot. You see this in softball when they know the bunt's coming. Saltmarsh could be in, a quarter of the way.
Again, that's high. So it's 2-0 to Garrity, and again, Garrity hitting .333, .412 on base percentage, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 7 runs knocked in, 16 runs scored, and 5 stolen bases. Other than that, he hasn't done much.
I love what Saltmarsh just did. He went to go talk to Jamie Block, the pitcher. As a pitcher himself this year, Saltmarsh has pitched 25, 26 innings himself. Then they called the defense in, so they're making sure everything's all set. But it's important here for Block to get the strikes down. Even if the sacrifice is successful in the second, third, Franklin is giving Attleboro an out here. It's important for Attleboro to take the out.
And well, this is the last game we're going to be able to use this chair, Kevin. I hope it makes it to the end of the. It's falling apart as the game goes on. All right, we got a 2-0 count to Garrity.
I have 2-0. Yes.
Thank you. Left-handed hitting junior.
wearing Wade Boggs' old number, my old number.
Really?
Yeah, it was number 26. More of a coincidence.
Nice stop in the dirt or in the billions of little recycled rubber bits. 3-0 to Garrity. Coach Zach Brown for Franklin wears my football number 34. And in one of the greatest insults in the history of baseball, I wore Ted Williams number 9 in high school.
Ted Still's talking about it right up until his death.
A Punch and Judy right-handed hitter who always swung at the first pitch, wearing Ted Williams' number. Turning is Garrity. He was taken all the way. Called strike one. They throw down to second. Sidwell's back in time. 3-1 to Garrity. And for those who don't know, Ted Williams is a all-time great Hall of Famer, left-handed power hitter who never swung at the first pitch.
Important on that throw down by Hawkwater. Nate George knew what was going on in center field, so he had the backup just in case.
Turns. That bunt is fouled back into the backstop, and it's a full count.
Now, the last 5 or 6 years, I've seen a trend, more of a trend, of coaches keeping the bunt on even with 2 strikes. When I say trend, it used to be 0%.
Right.
Now it's like, say, 10, 15% of the time, but it's not as outrageous as it used to be. So with a full count, it'll be interesting to see if Garrity if they keep the bunt on with Garrity.
I didn't think so. That foul down the right field line, and I was thinking most batters who are given the bunt sign, and then it gets to 2 strikes, who's kidding who they're thinking, thank God, now coach is going to take that stupid bunt sign off.
Sigh of relief, I get to swing the bat. I don't want a bunt.
Even if it's a wooden Nellie Fox, thick handle, 33-inch bat. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Franklin, 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th. So that's a base hit and 2 walks this inning.
And that might be it for Jamie, because we know someone's warming up down there. Not quite sure who, number 10.
Where's our Attleboro? There we go.
Sean O'Hara.
Ooh. And if Sean O'Hara comes in, nope, he's not on my list there. Rats. So for Franklin here in the top of the 6th, they now have bases loaded, nobody outs with a 3-0 lead. And we'll take a break and be back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Crew, Dave Angel, Peter Bray running graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. So I'm 10 years old.
Really?
And I should have spent another, well, you know what? Again, I'm going to hold off on this story because Franklin has bases loaded for crying out loud. Nobody out in the 6th inning. But I got to get this story in. I've got lots of long and boring stories. This is actually a pretty good one.
We'll let the audience decide.
All right. Yeah, when someone says, good story. No, you have a story. We decide if it's good or not.
It's awfully presumptuous of you.
Yes, really.
Sean O'Hara is now the pitcher for Attleboro, replacing Jamie Block and coming into a tough situation.
Yep.
Bases loaded, nobody out to face the 2-3-4 hitter.
For a team that's won 8 straight games. Call strike one, and Jack Marino was taking all the way on that one to get a look at the reliever. He reached on an error, stole a base, went to third on a wild pitch, and scored Franklin's first run in the first, grounded out to shortstop on a play that was more exciting than it should have been in the second. Reached on an error in the fourth. Catches the outside edge.
O'Hara doing well. They work ahead. First 2 strikes. This is O'Hara's 5th appearance out of the bullpen this year. The corners are in for Attleboro.
Yeah.
Middle infield is playing back. Looking to turn 2. Will give up the run for the double play.
Wow. O'Hara looks taller than I remember. Ground ball towards Del Pozo. He's going to come home with it, and that's going to be safe as that. And another run comes in. Sidwell can fly. And even if that throw was on target by Del Pozo, Sidwell was going to score the pinch runner. That's why Sidwell only has 3 official at-bats, but now 13 runs on the season. Also scoring on the throwing error was Joe Terrell.
So it's a fielder's choice, and everybody was going to be safe because Del Pozo chose to come home. I give Del Pozo an error, though, which allowed Terrell to come around from second to score. Garrity advances to second base, so it's first and second, nobody out. 2 runs in.
Surprised Garrity didn't get to third
on that. Yeah, I didn't see what he was doing, so it's possible he went in sliding to second or something. We just missed that. And there's a foul strike to Chris Good.
And that's technically a fielder's choice, right?
Fielder's choice, yeah, because he grounded the third, and Del Pozo chose to come home, so fielder's choice.
Chris Good hitting .390 on the season, .440 on base percentage, 16 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, 16 RBIs to lead the club, and 11 stolen bases.
Big lead at second. Bunt.
Outside. I'm sure Peter Bray has the count right in the graphics.
1-1.
Oh, good. Should adjust my instincts. Did I mention I have a story about it when I was 10 years old?
It's come up once or twice.
Yeah. This stupid game keeps getting in the way. Squaring to bunt. That was low in the zone. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chris Good.
Be sure to give you some Attleboro Mansfield softball highlights of the 14U game, which has now started in Mansfield against North Attleboro, I believe.
We've been at this for 2 hours and 6 minutes now.
So 1 and 2, first and second. I'm sure the bunt is off again. Chris Good's probably happy about that with the 1-2 count. Big lead at second.
Low, nice stop by Aiden Buckwater. Throw was off, stolen base. Or was that a stolen base, or did he go after the ball was in the dirt?
We got to make a ruling on that. It's like a dirt ball read the guy took off.
Okay, wild pitch.
And so it looks like almost like a delayed steal.
Yeah.
But that's where they get in the jump. So Hawkwood makes this play, and it's again just a tough throw. And he had a nice jump once they read it. So now the infield is mostly in. Third baseman's in. First base. Oh, the runner did not advance from first to second.
So for Attleboro fans, we'll call that a wild pitch. For Franklin fans, you can give Garrity his 6th stolen base of the year if you like. We won't stop you. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch.
And that is a delayed steal.
And there it is, yes.
So he kind of waved at that, and Marino kind of like hung between first and second and said, no, enough of this. I'm just going to second.
So good. That's the number 3 hitter for Franklin. If you're hitting third for Franklin, do you have any idea how good you are?
You are very good.
And he fooled him there. So that's the first out of the inning, though. Now Attleboro brings their infield in with Evan Rader, the cleanup hitter, up, the first baseman. Had an RBI double in the first, and there's an RBI hit to left field. 1 run is in. Nice play by the left fielder, Ben Hawkwater.
Ben did a nice job there coming up on that and holding Marino from scoring. But that does score Garrity.
Yep. So that makes it 6-0. Third run this inning for Franklin. And at third base is Marino.
Yes.
And we just got a courtesy runner.
Oh, I missed.
I think it's number 3.
So that's Jacob Crisaleo.
Yep.
Was a stolen base on the season. And 1,000. 1 for 1.
So that was Evan Rader with a single to left field and another RBI.
That closes the book on block. So first and third, 1 out.
So
Rader's going.
Raiders 2 for 4 with an RBI, and they fake the throw down. They go right to the pitcher. O'Hara makes the catch. What was that pitch to Henry?
Swing and strike to Henry DiGiorgio.
There you go. He's got a base hit in the top of the first. To right field, a base hit RBI. single to center field in the third and flew out to right in the fifth. Oh, there's a shot up the middle, almost takes the pitcher's head off, and with the infield in, it gets through. One run is home, and again, they'll play it conservative and hold the runner at third because Nate George got to that ball so quickly. So for second RBI of the game for Henry
DiGiorgio.
That's what he said.
And Franklin will be sending their 8th batter of the inning to the plate with still just one out. Attleboro putting their first and third play on. They back up their middle infielders again. But I imagine there'll be, for Jace Lyons, who's now up, there'll be some sort of, play where he maybe sticks the bat out, but they're going to get DiGiorgio down to second.
Third hit of the inning for Franklin. They hadn't had a hit since the third inning, and now they've got 3 this inning for a total of 7. Swinging strike one to Jace Lyons, who has an infield hit for an RBI in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, walked and stole a base in the fifth.
And DiGiorgio not going down to second on that first pitch.
Whoops. He was going to go on that
He's
one.
going to go on the second pitch.
Just had to, I would say he's just had to catch his breath, but if you've seen him run up and down the basketball court for 36 minutes, I don't think that was the issue. And
Not going.
still doesn't go. Nice stop low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jace Lyons.
Well, it's interesting with them not going. It keeps them in your head because you got to worry about them because, what play is Attleboro putting on? They're worried about that. So it's an interesting move not running.
Jace having a tough season. He's only hitting .487. There goes the runner. Again, they fake the throw, so a stolen base there for Henry.
And it's 1 and 2 right now. So second and third with 1 out, and I'm sure we'll see Attleboro bring their infield in, and that's exactly what they're doing, in all around.
And then number 3 is the courtesy runner at third base. Whoops, O'Hara steps off.
The runner on second, DiGiorgio is kind of like jumping around, but he's going to get a huge lead. He's going to get a lead out all the way to Tabor at short, or pretty close to it. Nobody's going to hold him on.
So Lions, .487 average, 19 hits on the season, 13 runs knocked in, 4 stolen bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As Ned Martin would say, the hitter.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Up in the zone, ball 3.
Yep, 3 and 2.
You can see umpire Frank DiCristofaro thinking about that, but he got that call right.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that was a high pitch. Yep. Important pitch for O'Hara here and the Attleboro defense.
Blasted to right center field, but George will get there. Tagging and scoring from third will be Crisilio. So an RBI sacrifice fly for Jace Lyons, and this new scorebook doesn't have a section for sacrifice fly. That's it.
You just write it in.
Yeah.
So that's the second out of the inning, bringing in the 5th run of the inning. And the score is now 8-0 in favor of Franklin. The runner on second, DiGiorgio, does not tag. He would have been out if he had tagged and gone to third. Deep enough to get the run home, but not deep enough to get from second to third.
So 6 runs in this inning.
I got 5 this inning.
5 innings, I mean, yes, for a total of 8.
Foul ball to Isaac Chin, who's the 9th batter. So Franklin has batted around the order in here in the 6th.
And Isaac, besides showing great speed in right field, has a strikeout swinging and lined out to the shortstop Tabor. On a ball the wind played with significantly. There's a shot. And Houle can't quite reach it. That goes into center field for an RBI single. Nate George knocks it down. Scoring was DiGiorgio. 1, 2, 3.
That's the 6th run of the inning.
That's the 6th run of the inning. So it's 9-0 Franklin.
And this should be Ben Jones unless they left Sidwell in, but they did not. So back in the game is now Ben Jones, Ben Giraz.
Yep.
Not even close to Jones.
Yeah.
See how your bad habits again.
Yes. So that was to center field. So second at bat of the inning for Giraz. Looks at strike 1. He's grounded out to third unassisted. Grounded back to the mound.
No, field is short. He reached on the field is short.
That's
the
right.
third base is stepped on third.
It was the last out of the inning.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he reached first, but he didn't get to stay there.
No, he didn't stay there because the third baseman just went and stepped on third.
0-2 now?
Yep, 0-2.
And had a base hit, stole a base, and scored earlier this inning. Started this inning with a base hit. O'Hara looks to first base. 9-0 now. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits this inning.
Swing and a miss.
For a total of 8, and that ends the inning. So make that 7-6. So for Franklin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs on 4 hits, 1 runner left on base. It is 9-0 suddenly after 5.5 innings on AACS 15 Sports.
J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan, Dave Angel directing the broadcast, Peter Bray on graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Evan Houle will be up for the Bombardiers in the bottom of the 6th. Now they trail 9-0. Franklin has 9 runs on, see if you agree with this, Kevin, 8 hits, 3 Attleboro errors, and 8 runners left on for Franklin.
That's what I have as well.
8 hits? Yep. And for Attleboro, they've got no runs on 5 hits.
5 hits.
Swing and a miss for Evan Houle on strike 1, heading to University of Rhode Island. Called strike on a nice breaking ball in the outside edge as Jetty.
Good back-to-back pitches by Jetty. High heat in the strike zone, and followed by a curveball.
That's fouled back. Still 0-2 to Evan.
This will be most likely Jetty's last inning as he comes into this inning with 86. So the next pitch is his 90th pitch of the game. 105 is the high school limit.
Yeah. Did we mention Louis Tiant once threw 163 pitches in a winning effort in the World Series?
Back when you were 10 years old.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Jetty. So he had 5. That's his 6th strikeout of the game.
Didn't you have a story when you were 10? Yes?
Yeah.
You haven't got to it yet.
Well,
right?
I made the majors in Little League at 10 years old. I was the smallest kid in the league, and I shouldn't have, but
your father pulled some string?
No. High ball 1 to Brody McKenna, who's ground out to short and second. No, my brothers Rich and Mike.
He walked in the second at bat in the 4th inning and got forced out.
Oh, that's BB. Base. That's what that means. That's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rich and Mike were really good players. My brother John might have been was one of the best players of the history of Westboro. And because our Little League coach, Myron Whittles, loved my brother John so much. Check swing, he holds off, it's a ball. He decided, well, maybe when his little brother Paul finally grows, he might be a hell of a player. So he drafted me when I was 10.
Drafted for the future.
Yeah. He regretted it, I think.
Still waiting for the future, is he?
Yeah, so was my father. And in my second at-bat, I hit the ball off the plate, rolls towards the pitcher, and I stand in the batter's box watching. Pitcher throws me out at first. Fouled off by McKenna. 2
You're
balls, 2
wondering
strikes.
what's going on.
Now I'm in the dugout on the bench crying. How did he call me on the foul ball? It was just like, how did he call me on the foul ball? I was making quite the scene. Coach Whittles gave up on me. The inning ends and the umpire politely comes over. Ooh, just misses with that 3-2 and explains, son, home plate is in fair territory.
What?
It's very manly. Ooh, swing and a miss. Well, that's a little bit of justice because I thought that curveball should have been strike 3. And then that heater up out of the zone. 7th strikeout of the game for Jetty.
To go along with just 1 walk.
Yeah.
I think they have to yank him is what's going on right. Well, they don't have to. He's at 97 pitches.
And I think they are going to.
But they are yanking him, so it's so 97 pitches, roughly. Peter probably got the exact number.
Yeah.
I could be off by 1 or 2.
The entire Franklin infield coming in to congratulate Jetty, who looks like he'll move to 5-1 on the season. So over the last 2 years combined, 9-2. His ERA was 1.87 last year. He came into this game with an ERA of 1.47.
And does nothing to hurt his ERA. His whip may have gone up a little bit.
So trust me, the coaching staff at UMass Dartmouth is not saying, "Oh, rats, why'd we sign this kid?"
Right.
They're saying, we can't
Here we
wait
go.
until Jared Jetty gets here. We'll be back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
All right, everybody in the car. Let's go.
This kid drives
What are
me
we gonna do
nuts.
first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Okay.
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way. Come on.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Into pitch is, where is it here? Ethan Volnicki.
3.82 ERA on the season. It's no longer a young season. It's a middle-aged season.
Yep. And up is Billy Saltmarsh.
Is it a ball low or a ball away? Didn't miss by much.
Yep. Billy has a base hit to right field and reached on a fielder's choice. 1-0 to Billy Saltmarsh. There's a shot.
Just under the glove.
Yep, that's a base hit into left field. Second hit of the game for Saltmarsh. And he's heading to college primarily as a pitcher, but he can swing that bat.
Yeah, Billy 2 for 3 on the day. He
Yep.
came in 3 for 10 on the season. We do have a pinch hitter right now, ball for Ben Hotquarter.
Yep.
We have Matt Harvey.
Couple of quarterbacks. Oh no, Aiden's the quarterback.
Yep, and Matt's pinch hitting for Ben Harvey. And
Ben Hawkwater, and we'll see if Matt goes to left field or if Ben re-enters.
yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, we remember to check it because Matt plays the outfield as well. So, Ben was. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ben was 0 for 1 on the day with a sacrifice bunt.
Left-hander Volnicki. Swing and a miss. I don't know if that was a breaking ball or just a late tail on it. With lefties who are incapable of throwing a ball straight. It's tough to tell sometimes. 0-1 to Matt. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. You know why I called that a strike? It was a strike.
Letter high, just below the letters, right on the corner.
Yep.
Right on the black of the plate, as they say. Oh.
Wow. That was a perfect pitch. So with a base hit interrupting, the side is struck out. So Volnicki strikes out the first batter he faces on 3 pitches.
Yeah.
And that's it for the Bombardiers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base after 6 full. It is 9-0 Franklin.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Again, please excuse the mumble rap in the background. Thank God that's not the hold music at suicide hotlines, or people will be diving off buildings left and right. Ooh, there's a sensitive comment. Sorry. In to pitch for the Bombardiers, number 16, John Rumley. Kevin, what do you know about John?
John,
Oh,
lefty.
I got to turn down this field mic. My God, that's awful. Go ahead, John Rumley.
I can still hear the music. the same.
Why do you rap? Because I can't sing. Anyway, tell us about Mr. Rumley.
John's making his second appearance on the year as a lefty pitcher out of the bullpen. No ERA, 0 ERA.
Yeah.
not no ERA could be misinterpreted as an infinite
Yes,
ERA.
exactly.
And that's, looks like we have a new first baseman, number 21, Ty Dunley. Looks like
Okay.
he's in to play first as well.
Matt
And
Harvey's in left.
Yep. So put in for Billy Saltmarsh, Ty Dunley at first base. Sorry, I didn't give much on Rumley. Looks like I think Johnny Pagano is in to play shortstop.
Good.
So I'm just trying to double check the infield. I don't think I see. So we got number 3, Cooper Johnson. Looks like he's heading to
Third base.
I'm sorry, Pagano's at second. And number 6.
No, Tabor's still at short.
Tabor's still at short. Okay, so you got Johnny Pagano playing second.
Yep. Okay.
For Evan. And Cooper Johnson playing third.
Okay. So just so Dave Angel can edit that out later for rebroadcast on 15, AACS Channel 15. Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Some defensive changes for Attleboro. Johnson in for Del Pozo. Cooper is now playing third base, Cooper Johnson. Matt Harvey stays in the lineup for Ben Hawkwater in left field. Johnny Pagano has come in for Captain Evan Houle at second base, and Ty Dunley, the freshman, is now at first base for Billy Saltmarsh. And I missed that pitch, Kevin.
The strike on the outside corner to Joe Terrell, if that's Joe.
If it's number 7, it's Joe.
Number 7, yep. I'm not sure yet.
I think it is. That stance looks familiar at this point. Oh,
No, it's
number 8 is up. And that's a slowly hit ball to Cooper Johnson. We're going to give him a infield hit. That's Evan Rossi. We've seen that Rossi name before on Franklin. So Evan Rossi with the infield hit.
And Cooper Johnson, nothing he could do on that.
No.
He came charging and he tried to barehanded, and even then, I don't know if he would have had to play. We have number 15 batting now for Franklin, who's Brendan McCormick, getting his 4th at bat of the season.
Good to see the coaches getting players in there. Whoops, that pitch is low and in the dirt. Nice stop by Hawkwater. So that's a base hit, infield hit.
Number 12 is on deck which is Tyler Bellin on deck.
So 9 runs on 9 hits now for Franklin. Breaking ball, called strike.
So an infield single, nobody out. Top of the order, Brendan McCormack, who replaces Ryan Garrity, who is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk and run score.
Call strike to number 15. You got 0 and 2?
I have 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Is it me or does the base umpire look cold?
He looks very cold. That's Don Fredericks. Again, the home plate umpire. The three warmest people on the field are the pitcher, the catcher, and the home plate umpire.
Right. Off speed.
Just a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Whoops, got to look at my program again. Number 15, Brendan McCormick.
Getting his 4th plate appearance of the year.
Excuse me. Oh, and there's a shot. Base hit, fair ball. All the way into the left field corner.
Ooh, it's having trouble out in left where they're digging it out. But
Rossi gets to third base and holds, as that was Harvey having trouble getting the ball.
No error, though. That was going to be a double all the way,
Right.
and McCormick did not score or attempt to score. So, yeah, he fumbled around with it, but everybody would have been on second and third anyway.
So 2 more hits for Franklin in this inning. They're now up to 10 on the game.
Tyler Bennon, number 12, Bellon, B-E-L-L-A-N. 250 on the year with a 400 on base percentage. He's pinch hitting for Jack Marino.
You're making us work now.
Yeah. And the fly ball foul over the Franklin bullpen.
And there it is, 0 and 1.
See if I can get a number on deck. I think someone's going to be pinch hitting for Chris Good on deck. If I'm not, number 25 is on deck. And we don't have a 25.
That's 19. Oh, no.
On deck?
29?
29. We do have a 29. Michael Lucchini on deck. Attleboro's playing their infield in and a strike. So 0 and 2 to the pinch hitter Bellin. Attleboro's infield all around. Attempting to prevent the 10th run from Franklin scoring.
Yeah.
Outfield a little bit shallower than usual, probably because of from normal games, because of the wind blowing in. Though it's not howling as much as it was earlier. Ball
Nice stop by the middle of the chest protector by Hawkwater. This game was scheduled for 3:45, did not start until 4 o'clock. We've now been at it for 2 hours and 31 minutes. 2 balls, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. They'll be out, runners on second and third.
Rumley, the lefty from the stretch. Fouled towards us.
I would have
off
had
the
that
fence. You would have.
Oh, for sure.
Count remains 1 and 2. So the first inning itself took almost a half hour to play. Then the game started moving on at quite the brisk pace until the top of the 6th.
Things kind of slowed down.
Yeah. Well, you score 6 runs in an inning. That takes some time.
Bat 10 batters.
Yep. Oh, here's the field, Mike. 3 hits in a row for Franklin, and good for them. All players off the bench. 10-0 Franklin, as scoring is Rossi. And an RBI single is that Bellin?
For Bellin, yes. For Tyler Bellin, I believe that's his first RBI. Oh, sorry, that's his second RBI of the season.
All right.
For Tyler Bellin.
So now
first and third, and we have a pinch hitter, number 29, is Michael Lucchini, getting his 4th plate appearance of the season.
And so now we have first and third, Bellin at first, and number 15 is McCormick at third.
Attleboro looking to turn 2 up the middle.
And McCormick might have been able to score on that, but with a big lead, the Franklin coaching staff held him at third. That's some sportsmanship.
You see that a lot in baseball, softball, a lot of station-to-station ball.
Yeah.
It's, you see it at the youth level as well, all the way up. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't need to run up. Yes, you're still going up to try to hit the ball.
Right.
They're not stealing it in an obvious steal situation, first and third. They're not stealing, but you know what? But they're all still trying to hit the ball.
Right.
Base hit the left, he's going to go to second. If there's a double in the gap, you're still going to go to second, and the runner's going to go to third on that.
Lucchini, boy, I can relate to this. A senior backup third baseman. I've done that. Swing and a miss.
Always give credits to the seniors.
Yes.
Then the backup, it's hard, but they're trying to finish what they started probably at the age of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want to see it through to the end. They get along, most likely. I don't know the Franklin team all that well. I'm just kind of speaking from experience. But you got that great bond with your
Breaking
teammates.
ball hit towards the shortstop. Tabor goes to the second baseman. Cross the diamond, not in time. At second is Pagano. Safe at first. So that's a fielder's choice and an RBI.
Yeah. Kind of a slow, deliberate, safe call
Yeah.
by our base.
Well, it's 11-0ing. I'd love to call him out and get us out of here, but I've got my integrity. He beat that out. Right?
Yes, sir. So we have a runner on first, and that's the first out of the inning. For number, I didn't get his number.
Yeah. We'll get this in just 1 second. Breaking ball, that's number 14. Shaughnessy, Jake Shaughnessy.
We think that, and he popped up to second.
Yeah,
and we think
he's a
that's
sophomore.
the first at bat of the season.
So where's this? So
2 outs.
So what spot in the order was that?
That was in the 4 hole.
Okay.
So in the 5 hole has been Henry DiGiorgio, but I don't think that's Henry.
And my chair just gave out. Look at this, the chair just broke.
Wish we could turn the camera to it.
Wow. So we could take 2.5 hours plus a baseball. The chair couldn't.
Number 9, Ethan DiPaolo just popped up and followed out the third base with Ethan DiPaolo, pinch hitting for Henry DiGiorgio, fouls out the third base.
Yep.
For the third out of the inning, but 2 runs score.
2 more hits, so it's 11 runs for Franklin on 11 hits. And they've 3 Attleboro errors in the game, and 8 runners have been left on base for Franklin. So with 1/2 inning to go, it is Franklin 11, Bombardiers nothing. Yes, Kevin, I noticed your chair is just fine. And let's the record show, Kevin's heavier than I am.
Only by a pound or 2.
Oh, bull. We'll be right back after this on AACS friggin' sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back. We apologize for that dead air. I was losing a battle with my chair. Well, you know what, Kevin? I can try to sit in this chair again. Maybe I'll fall on my head. No, I shouldn't do that. I'll crack the pavement. Rats. That's why I was the first kid on my street to wear a bicycle helmet. And nobody wore bicycle helmets back then.
That must have gone over well.
Well, my father was very concerned if I fell off my bike, I'd crack the pavement, and that would cost the taxpayers money.
Exactly. I mean, it's bad enough, the potholes.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
Oh, Carol's listening. I just got home at 6. When, for heaven's sake, will your game be over? Who knows? And now the chair breaks. What fun. So the Bombardiers come up here in the bottom of the 7th. They only need 11 runs to tie. All right, well, that was my pencil. Things are falling apart here, folks. I've got extras. Kevin, take it. Cooper Johnson's up, right? Kevin can't stop laughing. Kevin, go ahead. Take over the play-by-play. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's Vincent Van Gogh from the old Deputy Dog cartoons. Cooper Johnson is up. We've laughed less than usual today. We're getting them all in now. Pitching for Franklin. Did you mention this? Number 4, Matt Miller.
And on deck for Attleboro is number 2, Hayden Hegarty.
Okay, so Cooper Johnson.
Strike.
Inside.
Boys, it's a strike. Just like the umpire told me. When you head up to the plate in an 11-0 game, it's a strike. 2-2.
Ground ball. Diving is the new second baseman. We don't know who that is because they didn't give us an offensive replacement. That's going to be an infield hit. And because Franklin has white numbers on those powder blue uniforms, impossible to read from this distance. If he turns around, we'll see it.
It's the 7th hit for Attleboro today. And now Hayden Hegarty comes up to the plate.
So Johnson with an infield hit.
Hegarty has a hit on the year, scored a run. One of the young Attleboro players that they're focusing on for the future for this program. It's good that the wind kicked in again.
Yeah, Hayden's a senior, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Then he's on one. The good
exactly. He's outstanding player on the football team. No. Backup forward on the basketball team.
All my notes have gone flying today.
I know.
No, because one of the things with Attleboro this year is they got a ton of, like a bunch of seniors, a bunch of juniors, sophomores, and even a couple freshmen. So they actually got a pretty good split of people, which they're building the program pretty well. They got some good talent at the JV and at the freshman level.
Called strike to Hegarty. Was it 1-2?
1-2.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm so sorry, Franklin fans. We just can't read the Franklin numbers from this far away. The white on the powder blue. I sincerely apologize.
We'll assume that the people that all pinched hit stayed in that position for who, in a swing and a miss out in front, strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
So runner at first base for the Bombardiers was Cooper Johnson. That might have been Rossi, I think, at second base who made that play. Here's number 8.
Danny Johnson.
Danny Johnson.
Danny comes in with a 258 on base percentage. He has 6 RBIs in the season, 3 doubles.
I'm just writing numbers, not full names in my scorebook now. Ball 1 high to Danny.
With Cooper Johnson on first base, who reached out an infield single.
Yeah. We've seen Danny hit some hard shots earlier this season. As getting ready from the set is number 4, Matt Miller. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Ball 2, thank you. All right.
Owen Tabor stands on deck.
Johnson. To the Three Stooges fans. Oh, there's a lofted into left center field.
Today's the day not to loft.
And who replaced Garrity? We're going to guess that's number 15, Brendan McCormick. 2 outs.
And that steps up to the plate, Owen Tabor, Attleboro's player of the game today offensively. 3 hits, raising his average from 259 to 333. Came in 7 for 27, now stands at 10 for 30 on the season. Obviously, his on-base percentage up probably close to 500 now as well. Owen has a single, a double to left center, and a single up the middle. Has a stolen base as he stole third, and the ball high to Owen Tabor. 1-0 is Cooper Johnson stands on first with 2 outs.
And that steal for Owen wasn't the best jump he's gotten all season. Was still so third. Swing and a miss as Miller put something a little extra on that one, 1-1.
Owen trying to hit the 11-run home run on
yes.
that.
I'll tie this up with one swing.
Need just a few more. So going for the high heat there, trying to put a charge into it.
Oh, nice curveball.
And that one's a ball?
Okay, 2-1. How can that be a ball in an 11-0 game?
I don't know on that one. As our voice lowers, because the can hear us on some of the other strikes, and that's a ball.
It's one of the very few times our voices have lowered today. They've done a good job. Our home plate umpire, Frank Cristofaro, again played college football and hockey at Bridgewater. Went on to coach the hockey program for a few years at Bridgewater. He's been behind the plate. Don Fredericks on the bases. Have given us stunningly little to complain about.
Exactly. How's the chair?
I'm kind of sitting on one edge because if I sit in the middle, it topples over. That's high, ball 4.
You know what, Tabor does keep a perfect day at the plate. 3 for 3 with a walk, 4 for 4 in plate appearances.
So moving to second is Johnson. And Christian Dane, good. We get one more chance to see Christian hit. He has struck out, grounded to third, and lined out to right field.
Wow. As Johnny Pagano steps into the on-deck circle.
Call strike. Where am I? There we go.
Oh, and runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now, do the JV still play at Hayward Field?
Yeah, the JVs play at Hayward. Freshmen play here because Varsity travels on those days.
Ground ball, foul. Boy, Christian Dane has pulled a ton of foul balls down there to left.
He's got that Nick McMahon driving the fouls.
Oh, yeah.
Nick hit the longest foul ball ever. So I'm like, nigga, figure that out just a little bit.
Yeah.
450-foot home runs.
farthest I ever hit a baseball in my life. Foul. Foul. By about 5 feet. Dean Park, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. I remember it well. Ooh.
Everybody goes ducking on that one.
Yeah, including the home plate umpire. Check swing, so 1 and 2?
1 and 2, yeah.
I've told you that story, how it was one of the few hot streaks of my life, hitting third in the order. Crushed the ball deep into the woods and left, but it was about 10 feet foul. Miller from the set, the right-hander ready. Slow breaking ball fouled back.
Dame stays alive.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch is kind of low and outside, and I'm so confident now, I think, you know, I'm just going to foul this off to the right, wait for the next pitch. Hit it right to the first baseman for a ground out, and I was never that confident in a batter's box again as long as I lived.
Should be noted that Matt Miller, this is his 2nd appearance this season
Good
for
for
Franklin
him.
on the hill.
Oh!
That hit him. Or hit the bat.
He's giving him first base. He said, did it hit you? He said, well, it hit my wrist and the bat.
Well, they know that...
yeah, the Franklin coaches are going to let it go. They have smiles on their faces, but trust me, if this was a 1-0 game.
Yeah. But, you know, Dame was honest. He told him what happened.
He was
The umpire
honest.
Gave him first and stepped into the plate, Johnny Pagano.
So 8th time this year, Christian Dane's been hit by a pitch, challenging the record set by Don Baylor, I believe. Who's this?
This is Johnny Pagano.
Okay.
Came in at second base. Good swing. Foul back.
Right over our field mic, right in front of me. If I was looking, Kevin, I got to be honest, I would have flinched, but I had my head down writing Johnny Pagano in my book.
Johnny is one of those good young players.
There you
that
go.
Counting for the future, especially in pitching.
Unlike Hayden Haggerty, who's going to be graduating in a few weeks. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pagano.
He's one of the good young coaches that they hope come back in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haggerty. Wow. On deck for Attleboro is number 19, Nick Pantagius on deck.
Another football player. This ball, 2 balls, 1 strike to Pagano.
RBI situation here for Johnny.
We are at the 2-hour and 47-minute mark of this game.
Johnny
Miller's
following the foul back, sorry. Johnny following the tradition of his grandfather, father, older brother wearing number 15.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Goes back, and I believe his grandfather, Dave's going to kill you, not knowing the story 100%. I believe he pitched for Boston.
Oh, wow.
Was definitely in the Red Sox system. I think he pitched for Boston. But, yeah, I believe all the Paganos wore 15. Who knew I could come up with something interesting here in the bottom of the 7th?
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, strike 3 to end it.
And at 2 hours and 48 minutes, the game is finally over. Miller with a concluding strikeout for Franklin. 11 runs on 11 hits, 3 Attleboro errors, 8 Franklin runners left on base for the Bombardiers. No runs on 6 hits.
3, 4, 5. I got 7 hits.
7 hits. Oh, there it is, 1 this inning. 1 run on 7 hits.
10.
Yeah, 1. Say it again.
10 left on base.
Yeah, 0 runs, 7 hits. 10 runners left on base, 1 Franklin error. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Callahan. Dave Angel on the crew, along with Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. we'd stay and give you a post-game wrap-up, but I think you people have had just about enough of us by now. So thank you so, and my chair can't take anymore.
Does anybody in chair repair?
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS 15 Sports.
J Carwash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day, beginning at 8 a.m., J has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-service bays to full detailing service and hand sanitizer for your personal needs. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljcarwash.com.